marketing, BS, money side price wash, Synth Quiz and news. So sit back, relax, enjoy your favorite crew. Synth Geekery Show. Synth Geekery's where it's at. So join the channel and come on for a chat.
Hey, how are you? Welcome to episode 316. It's Synth Geekery Show. Nice of you to join us. If you're watching us on a replay, do jump down to the comment section and let us know if you're enjoying the show. I do understand that some people can't get the show because they're asleep. This is the thing that happens when the planet kind of spins around and the sun pops around the other side and we kind of, humans have to sleep and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, for those people who are watching it live, hey, how are we? Welcome, everybody. We've got a big show today. You can say good day to Chris and Ian. And I'm just double checking to see. Yep, that's all we've got at the moment. But do we have an absolute perler, as we say in Australia, of a show today? We're going to have a special announcement, which we'll get to in the news section. So hang around for that. We've got all of our regular segments. We've got Synth Quiz, another guest quizmaster this week, which will be cool. And we've got a pretty doozy little section in Price Watch as well, which I think you guys will enjoy as well. And if that is not enough for your weekly Synth Geekery fix, we have got a couple of demonstrations that we want to kind of pop into the show in the Saturday Sonority section, which I'm sure you guys will be very, very interested in because it's related to some of the news that we've been talking about over the recent weeks. So, and also, just popped in with his hair not brushed, looking as sexy as ever, is Andy. And we'll put Andy in. There's Andy. We'll just pop him in there. Hey, Andy. Is your audio working?
I got 1 hour sleep, so give me a break, right?
Alrighty. Let's do how's your week been? And we'll get through that as quickly as we can, guys. We're going to have a pretty big show today. So, Andy, do you want to go first because you were last in, first out?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Alrighty. How's your week been?
Not much to report. Just the usual. Busy. No music to speak of. No. Still behind tons of videos from Japan as well as stuff way back in June from Pittsburgh. So, just I don't know when I'll get caught up, but one of these days I will. I did manage to eke out a little live stream this weekend, earlier this week, but that was about it. Just been too busy, but always happy to be here, even if I'm half awake. So.
Fantastic. Nice of you.
On to the next.
Appreciate it. We're going to say good day to Ian. How are you, Ian? How's your week been?
Good day, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. I'm back to doing that now. Yeah, it's been a good week actually. Been to a couple of gigs. Went to see somebody called the Black Heart Orchestra on Saturday night, but there was only 14 of us there. Felt they were on a national tour as well. Went to see a new artist called Alert on Monday night in Bristol. That was good. Flu jab. What else happened? Recorded a podcast last night, which will go out Monday for the Sinners Review podcast with Jason. That is all about the Aesthetica Film Festival, which we are going to review next month. And not a lot of music, but I've been fighting for the last 2 or 3 days with my Hydrasynth and MIDI, which is doing my head in. The only other thing I've done is I've been playing with the Mask 1 EX. I think it's quite a fragile little thing, if I'm really honest. But, by God, it sounds great. The presets in it are amazing. It's absolutely fantastic. So, yeah, that's it, really. I'll keep it short.
Yeah, awesome. Glad you had a good week, mate. All right, over to Chris. Hey, Chris, how's your week been?
Better unmute myself first. G'day, yes, no, front and centre, ready to go, and had a very busy week getting things prepared for a modular release. And apart from that, I've been doing nothing else because that's a full-time job. So it's pretty much me for this week. So over to you, Rant.
Wow, you guys work quick this week. Fantastic. We don't have Daren this week.
Oh,
'cause
and
yep.
I was just going to say, I apologise in advance. I'm not able to see the chat today because my Firefox browser has decided it's not going to work today. So can't see the chat, unfortunately. So I have to rely on you guys to ask if there's any questions I need to address.
Cool.
All right, we'll keep an eye on it.
We can do that.
That's no problem.
Just use your phone. Use your phone as a little accessory.
I am trying to, yes.
So Darren's not here. He's doing an EMOM, I believe, or something. Someone's mentioned.
Festival. EMOM Festival in near Bradford. Yeah. Saltaire. It's at Saltaire.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Just remember too, guys, this is a stream that we do as a volunteer sort of service. So if you guys could help us out in any way possible by even just giving us a thumbs up, like, subscribe, share it, tell your friends. It's a boutique show, I understand, but, spread the word. Hit the share button. Send it to people. What is the like and share thing? Is that? There it is there. Like and share and subscribe. That's what they say in the classics. But it actually does help the show too. Even if you're not doing it, the clicking on the like button does actually help the stream. It, for some reason, puts it in front of other people. It's kind of like a thing out there that people in YouTube land thought it probably hasn't changed, but it hasn't, as far as I can tell anyway. If I look back over the videos that I've done over the many years, the ones that have got the most likes usually have the most views, usually in my channel anyway. Yeah. So there you go. Kind of works hand in hand. Obviously, if you don't like it, hit the thumbs down button, but don't just do that and run away and be a little nasty person. Let us know what it is that you're upset about. So that'd be nice if you could sort of give us some feedback, because feedback, hey, we're always learning. Anyway, we've just got a nice little thumbs up from Kosh. Good on you, mate. Good €5 smacking in there. Big thumbs up you've done there, buddy. Keep them coming, mate, because that's really cool. Helps us keep the lights on here, that's for sure. And also, don't forget, guys, to support these fellas here. They've got their own YouTube channels. The links are in the description every video. And I will paste them in as we go. There is a bit of other stuff that you can do as well. You can jump onto Zoom if you want and be part of the show. There's actually a couple of spare spots that you could jump into. Today's actually a really good time to jump in because you'll get to be on the show as part of doing a live product announcement. And I feel like that would be a cool thing to be part of, surely. So if you're available, jump into Zoom. The Zoom link is pinned in the YouTube chat, and I also posted it we are streaming on Kick, Trovo, Twitch, and Facebook Live. So hello to everyone on those platforms. Do give us a shout out. And if you're on those platforms, don't forget to give us a follow and all that sort of stuff. Help us support those platforms, because otherwise I'll just turn them off if it's not helping anyone. So we'll hope, if you want to keep it going down those platforms, let us know. Okay, right, let's get the show on the road, and we'll start off with Synth Quiz, I think. Yes, not me this week. I'm just the facilitator of all things Synth Quiz. However, we do have a guest quiz master, and I hope you enjoy it, because this particular quiz master has gone to a lot of effort to bring you these clues, and we're going to populate these clues at random intervals throughout the show. Hey, they might actually happen in the next 5 minutes, or you might have to wait right to the very end. I don't know. It just depends on when I remember. That's how it works. There's your first clue. Resonance /HPF. I guess HPF means, I don't know. Maybe high pass filter. Maybe could be an idea. could be Harry's prefer flowers. I'm not sure what HBF stands for. Anyway, there's your first clue.
Hyperproflange could be. Isn't that one? Hyperproflange?
So that when you're pissed, mate, really fast.
I can't see it when I'm sober, so I've got no chance.
Goo thinks it's happy purring Furbies. That's what Goo thinks it is.
Oh,
Good on your wags.
yeah.
Good to see you, mate. Yes. So don't forget too, if you actually are watching the stream now on YouTube on your mobile device, and that is like an iOS, iPhone or iPad or something like that, you can actually join channels now from your mobile, which is actually really cool. New feature that YouTube have put out in the last week, and they've just told me about it, so I thought I'd mention it. If you do see the big fat join button, let us know and maybe click on it. Really cheap to be a member of this channel, by the way. And if you see them all in the chat, they've got the little Synth Geekery icon next to their name, little keyboard. It's pretty cool. Right, okay, let's do some funny stuff. We've got one missing today, so we're going to have to fix that up, and it's going to happen every single section. So, first cab off the rank is, oh bloody hell, they made Bluetooth British, because it says, I don't know if you can see this, Ian, this is just for you, Bluetooth in it.
Yeah.
In it.
Yeah.
In it, mate. In it. Yeah, in it.
yeah. Bluetooth in it.
That's Shandy drinking Southerners saying it. So.
I actually turned my synth on the other day and it said starting up in it, and I thought, God, this bloody British synth thing, because I'd saw the meme. and it was actually an Ovation, a synth, so it was British.
Oh, okay.
I enjoyed it. I love it. And if you get butthurt about these jokes, send your letters to I don't give a shit, P.O. Box 999 in your capital city. Right. The next one is General Midi. Stand to attention when General. Listen up, maggots. I want those horns sounding as fake as possible. Do I make myself clear?
That's a good one.
That is great.
I think that one wins already. That's
pretty good.
That's
Pretty damn good. All right. Okay.
Drop and give me 20, yeah.
And then we've got Hydrosynth. Hyacinth. I mean,
Yep. Took me a while to get that one.
good on you, Alex. Alex is having a little cameo in the back. He gets himself in his own memes now. Good on you, mate. What else we got? These are going to be out of order to what the poll is. This is going to confuse the fans out of everybody. Anyway, wow. Where's the amp? Yeah, it does, doesn't it? I like it. I like it a lot. Thanks, Bob. Actually, never seen that photo of Bob before, I don't think. So there you go. He needs a little whippersnipper action happening in his back.
Yeah, I think it needs a bit of.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right, memes are done. We're going to release the poll. I do apologise. It's going to be in the wrong order. I don't know why. It's because the stupid software that I use called vMix does tend to play tricks on me. Anyway, just use the labels that you'll see in the poll. This is only for YouTubers, unfortunately. I can't get the poll to work in any other platform. But vote by going !vote, no spaces, and then a space, and then put 0 for the Bluetooth British in it, 1 for the Hyacinth, which is the one Alex Ball did, 2 for Bog, which is Bob Moog, right?
Bog.
It's funny, isn't it? And 3, General Midi! General Midi!
Drop and give me patch 20.
Yes.
That's good.
Sorry.
I got distracted looking at the pole growing.
I know.
Oh, it's actually really close. Come on, guys, keep your votes coming in.
And the horses are on the track.
We play some.
3 finals, followed by 1, followed by 2.
We'll play a loop. Here we go. This is like the thinking music. Oh, we've got a clear winner now. Got a clear winner.
Need to turn up the tension fader.
One more vote. Oh, another one's chasing it. There's a close second. All right, here we go. Let's stop the poll. The poll stopped, and the winner is General Medi with 7 votes. Well done, General Medi.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yes. Worthy.
Yeah.
It's my second favourite, but that's all right.
Yeah, you know. If you're wondering what General Medi looked like, it looked like that. General Medi! Listen up, maggots! I love that. That was good.
It looks like it's at NAMM. That's the interesting thing about it. It's what makes it good for me. 'Cause it really looks like it's at NAMM. It's got that.
Although to be pedantic, that would be a sergeant MIDI, not general, because drill sergeants do that. So, you know.
Yeah.
I thought you were counting the stripes or something.
I didn't look at that, just by the behavior. Yeah.
If we're doing the ranks, Andy, I kind of feel like if you've got a lot of timing problems, you need to go and see Major Jitter. That's who you need to see.
For sure.
Yeah. Right. I do the jokes here, guys. Leave the money on the fridge. Right, here we go. News time. Wags. Private MIDI. I love it. Guys, product announcement time. We have a brand new product from Chris from Maikshift Modular. Yay. It is staring right at you. There it is, right there. And guess what? We are going to play a video. That's what we're going to do. Because there's no better way to show this than to play a video. Do you want me to play the whole video, Chris, or just the...
You can skip some of the intro if you want, and you don't have to play all the way to the end if you don't want.
Okay.
Yeah, so from the first chapter marker maybe.
So skip the intro and do the quick tour.
Yeah. If you want, yeah.
Okay, we will do that because we're nice. Here we go.
The CM402 is a stereo mixer with 4 mono inputs with configurable pan and an additional 4 stereo inputs at unity gain. It has a transparent audio path with passive attenuation and switching, an integrated RGB LED peak meter with different modes, all in a compact 8 HP. It has 2 pre-assigned effects loops with mono sends and stereo returns. Each of the 4 mono channels has a volume control which goes from -infinity up to a maximum of unity gain, a send level control which goes from -infinity to +6 dB, which means you can push effects like reverb into almost full wet territory. Channels 1 and 3 go to send A, and channels 2 and 4 go to send B. If you don't plug anything into send B, all the channels will go out to send A instead. Lastly, we have the combined pan mute toggle switch. In the down position, the channel is muted. In the middle position, the channel is panned either to the left or the right, depending on which channel. Channels 1 and 3 go to the left, channels 2 and 4 go to the right. Panning may be more or less extreme depending on how the jumpers and trim pots are adjusted on the back of the module. When the switch is in the top position, the channel is panned centrally. The CM402 was designed for clean recording. There's no VCA or Vactril in the signal path. It is important to note though, the switch and volume control are passive designs, that as with all mechanical switches, these switches can sometimes get a little clicky when switching continuous audio signals. That being said, You can still use it in a live environment, you just have to be a bit careful. Channel 5 is a simple stereo input with TRS socket set to unity gain. Useful for connecting stereo modules such as mixers, stereo oscillators, tape loops. Next we have the effects send and return section. These are mono effects sends with stereo effects returns and separate jacks, because most stereo effects have separate outputs, and it also allows you to just plug into the left channel a mono signal like we've used with this BBD delay. As I mentioned before, if you don't plug a jack into send B, all the channel effects will go at send A instead. You can also use these return inputs as additional mix inputs. They get mixed in at unity gain, just like channel 5. Then there's this effect switch. Switch it to the left to remove all of your effects, and back to the right if you want to put your effects in. This allows you to record dry signals without losing carefully set send levels. Additionally, you can use this switch as a kind of performance effect by cutting or adding your effects in different parts of your music. Next we come to the main outputs. We have independent left and right jacks and a stereo tip ring sleeve output. So you have the option of a single TRS cable coming out of your mixer without the mess you sometimes get with two. The integrated LED peak meter has 4 different modes, operated by pressing the switch at the back of the module. Pressing and holding the button down for 2 seconds moves to the next mode. You can choose between 2 different colour schemes, whether peak holding is on or off. In addition, you can adjust how loud the signal going into the peak meter is before red peaking LEDs indicate. On the rear of the module, each channel has a pot and a jumper. For soft panning, install the jumper and adjust the pot according to how central you wish the panning to be. Remove the jumper if you want hard panning, for example to use 2 channels as a stereo pair. Multiple CM402s can be chained together using the supplied ribbon cable to expand the number of channels. Here, the right-hand mixer is chained into the left-hand mixer. The main outputs, as well as the 2 send buses, are carried upstream to the next module. Here, we've installed the ribbon cable to send from this module to this module. The last module in the chain is connected to the effects. You can chain multiple CM402s. Each link in the chain is fully buffered, so there is minimal signal loss. The cascade sockets in the back of the module are keyed and they're a different size, so you can't plug anything in incorrectly. The CM402 is available at my web store, linked in the description of this video, or scan this QR code on your screen now. I'm Chris from Maikshift Modular, and thanks for watching this video.
There we go. There's a little jam at the end of his video. You guys can watch that. It's actually now published. Well, it should be published very soon. Well done, Chris. Awesome job.
Oh, thank you guys.
Good stuff.
Awesome job.
Cheers.
Great video.
Did you say the price? I missed the price.
He didn't say the price. I mean, Chris is going to
put
tell you
prices in
all the
videos.
stuff right now.
Okay, this is available on my web store for it's $249 US or 379 Australian dollars. Roundabout, I think I told you Rant's was 178 British. Your British 187 euro British pounds, not including VAT, which unfortunately, as with all the items above 135 British pounds, unfortunately you have to pay import duty for them when you sell through the Etsy store. The customer has to, which is a pain, but you know, that's the way Etsy has decided to interpret the law, unfortunately. Maybe one day in the future when I get my own store, I'll be able to actually get the proper VAT registrations and collect VAT for my UK customers. Hopefully one day, but at the moment, that's I'm afraid I'm in the same boat as a lot of people selling online. So it's available now. What else do I need to say other than there's 8 of them at the moment? The first 8 units, there's going to be a special offer for Synth Geekery users, or pretty much anyone who sees this one way or another. The first 8 units will be shipped with a free passive attenuator. So you'll get a free passive attenuator in your little kit, just as a little sweetener. And it's funny, I was actually I decided to do that a long time ago, but I just realised there's actually a really good. There's sometimes a good reason to have it. For example, sometimes if you are outputting to one of your sound effects and the signal might be a little too hot, or your return signal might be a little too hot on a mono effect, you can use your little passive attenuator there, and that solves that problem for you. So could be quite handy with the mixer. So it seems like a good little match.
And it's kind of passive aggressive if it's red.
Well, you'll get pot luck, I'm afraid.
I was curious how long ago you had
ahead.
the idea and how long it took to make it.
This has been in the work for quite a while, hasn't it, Rance? Probably, this was really a reinterpretation of an idea I had 5 years ago, and I did actually implement. And that's kind of what got me back into eurorack, into eurorack in general. And that was put on the shelf. I used it in my system in the early days, and it's sort of been sitting there, and I've always had that sort of sense that I wanted to revisit it again. But then the GP82 came up, and that all sort of took off, and I found this show and all these wonderful people that are now my friends, and discovered music again and all that good stuff. And at some point in time, I just realised after the GP82 had been going for a while, I felt like revisiting this with all the new skills I'd acquired. So that's where it sort of started. Just taking an original idea and just kind of souping it up to the max that I could, and making it as hopefully as kind of I wouldn't say beautiful, but as attractive and functional as possible. But it is always meant to be it was always conceived to be a compact mixer, so it's not meant to be, the best, most feature-packed mixer at any cost. It's very much concentrated on giving you maximum benefit for minimum HP. That was the concept, and I managed to fit in. I managed to fit in more than I ever hoped for. So this is one of those situations where that's what inspired me to kind of to complete it, because I could see that there were a few cool ideas in there that I thought people would benefit from and people would enjoy. So that's
what development platform is it?
Sorry, you mean it's an analog mixer. It's
The
completely
chipset?
analog.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
But
the logic and stuff and all that had to be some kind of platform.
Well, it's all pretty much passive analog componentry, like a traditional mixer. The only digital part, so the only digital part is actually the LED meter, and that is very much code. That's a little tiny little 8-chip Arduino chip, which is just dedicated for producing the LED meter, and the rest of it is all pretty standard kind of components that you would find in a lot of eurorack modules. Switches that are people would be familiar from seeing at places like Fonk. They're not the exact ones. These ones are different, but it's the same kind of style. The pots are a little different from they're kind of an interesting intersection between the cheapest pots you can get and the most expensive pots. It's kind of in the middle. It's a really nice sweet spot, which I was really lucky to find. There was a period there where this project was under threat because I wasn't able to source them in Australia, but fortunately I found them at another electronics supplier, and they were slightly different, but they still worked. So that was a relief. So there were quite a few pitfalls along the way to getting this module out that have quite a few ups and downs. And this, of course, isn't the first version. Of course, there's been prototypes, and Ranzee has been very graciously helping me with testing those and providing me some great feedback. So we've kind of perfected it and fine-tuned it, and then I've been producing them ready to get to launch, and here we are today.
You've got a question from Macrodos, Chris.
Yeah, I've got it loaded.
Is there any...
loaded? Ian, I've got it loaded. It's
oh,
all
you
good.
have? Right, fine.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get to his question in a sec. So we've got the link has been posted on the group there. There's a blog article on the Ranzee.com website. You guys can go check it out. That does link to everything that Chris has done, his video, some information about the module, and some photos that I've done while I'm testing it out, and just a bit of, a bit of plain language so you guys can understand how it works.
Yeah.
Because there's some quirkiness to this module, and it's a good quirkiness, and I feel like people that will get their hands on it will actually come to grips with that quirkiness very, very quickly. So all the links, the videos there, the link to his Etsy shop's there. Modular grid, not yet, but I'll edit that post when that's ready.
That'll be ready during the show, put it that way. I forgot to press the send button on that. So
Cool.
I'll be there in a sec.
All right, so
We'll do questions first, yeah.
There is the question from Stephen. Basically, he says, is there any bleed between channels or inherent noise? What else did you say? Where is it? A common issue with eurorack mixers is in brackets is what he said there.
Yeah, it's a fair point. We had a bit of bleed issue, didn't we, Rants? But most of that's been solved. There's the specs on the bleed in decibels will be in the manual. I got it to an absolute minimum. It's sort of, because of its architecture, that it is quite compact, there's a trade-off. So certain channels are going to be less bleedy than others. Pretty much none of the channels have crosstalk, which is really good. It's just the mute bleed that can sometimes be a little bit annoying if you're, really turning it up loud. It's one of those cases where even the original version I was using, and I really didn't notice any mute bleed, and it wasn't until Rants kind of went under with the microscope and actually got in there and had a good listen that he pointed it out to me, and then I could actually find out, oh yeah, I see what you're getting at. So we did some circuitry improvement to improve that, particularly on channels 1 and 2. So there is much better than it was. It's not infinite. As you said, Mac, it's true. Minimizing crosstalk or mute bleed in eurorack modules is a challenge because of the high levels of amplitude, the high levels of voltage that signal flow is, and the proximity of tracks to other tracks on printed circuit boards. I noticed a lot of other manufacturers have had varying levels of success with that. So it's very much a case of, I guess it's opinion as to whether it's an issue or not. I'm just really happy that the crosstalk is really good. The mute bleeds, it's a bit of a trade-off, but I think it's up to the person operating or using it to decide whether that is an issue for them or not. I don't have an issue with it. It's never been a problem for me. That's all.
So in a nutshell, what are some of the tricks you had to do to minimize the noise and the bleed?
Oh, it's very much about track routing. I've learned quite a bit about track routing now.
Yeah,
so just redid the traces.
Yeah,
traces.
It's basically It's where you run the traces. In the future, there's possibility of optimizing it even further, learning what I've learned. But even what I've managed to do with it, it's been pretty spectacular improvement. So, I'm pretty happy. But, it is.
So a standard desktop mixer has the advantage of space between the tracks, much bigger.
Yes,
space,
yeah. But I'm Mr. Optimizer, so I can always see an improvement. So in the back of my mind, I'm always thinking, if I redesign this from scratch, which would be another 6 months, I would probably be able to solve that problem by routing it differently, but it would
Yeah.
really be a complete redesign. And
PCB design.
in practice, we can't all just sink infinite money into a business and not move forward with our products. So in this case,
Do you
I
have
think
to use
it's,
chokes and stuff to minimize RF stuff?
I don't really find RFS an issue with eurorack. I think
Okay.
because we're not talking about instrument level or high gain situations, because this is purely a sort of a eurorack level mixer. So it's not trying to boost any pedals or anything like that. So it tends to be really tolerant of that kind of stuff, fortunately, at eurorack level.
Yeah,
You'd agree, wouldn't you, Rance?
I would. Do you guys want to do a patch while we're here?
Because Rance has it in his rack. You may not have realised.
There it is there. I've been
It's there.
dying to show you guys this for, I don't know, been a while, hasn't it, Chris? A long time, months.
It has been a few months. Yes, an orange man interrupted us, but enough said on that anyway.
Yeah, we won't talk about that. All right, so mine, just a little caveat, mine is a beta model, so there is a couple of subtle differences between mine and the one that's shipping now, and one of the ones that you won't, nobody will get this one, put it that way. So this has got a couple of little electronic improvements have been made to the one that's been released, but I don't think we are going to sort of hear that anyway. So all right, so what we're going to do is we're going to do a patch. Yay! So what I've got here is I've got a standard analog voice here on the left, and I've got the Platts or Brains, same thing. Behringer Brains, Platts is the same thing. So we're going to put that stuff into the inputs. So first, I think we'll probably just go straight out of this, and we'll go into channel 1. I feel that's going to go to channel 1, and we probably should get Ableton helping us here, just so I've got MIDI. And where are we? Turn my MIDI controller on. That might help, guys. You'd think I've been doing shows before, wouldn't you? Right, here we go. Right, so we've got channel 1, channel 2. Okay, so this is the nifty case that you can't quite see just above it, and there's CV gate. There's 2 CV gate connections literally right above this module here. So one CV gate's going to be firing off this module. The gate's going to be firing off the envelope generator, which you can only just see to the left here, and the pitch is going to be firing off here. And then the second CV gate is going to be fired off into the Brains module. And so what we're going to do is, Brains module actually has 2 outputs, which is pretty cool, because we can get some really interesting sort of results out of this mixer, because it actually does have quite a quirky little effects set up on this. As was mentioned in the video, the 4 channels, they work in kind of an interesting way. You've got 2 choices really, so you can run both the 2 send buses down the bottom, the 2 auxiliary sends down here. If you run both of them, channel 1 and 3 route to send A, and channel 2 and 4 route to send B. But if you just connect send A, all of them will route to send A. So it's kind of interesting. You can actually play with that to benefit yourself, I guess.
Yeah.
Right.
Experimental, yeah.
Experiment
with your effects and pull out an effect jack and see what happens,
Yep.
It's like, oh wow, didn't expect that. Oh. Yeah.
So over to the right here, you can't see, I've got the IntelliGel C legs, which I did for Chris because I know he loves that module. And further to the right, I've got an analog phaser, which is by Frequency Central. It's the Continuum phaser. So that's over there. So what I'm going to do is, there's a couple of kind of weird things you can do here. First, I guess we should connect up the return. Yep. So we're going to go out of C legs. We're going to return that. Left and right return. That's a stereo FX module for Eurorack. So let's get that happening in there. And then just first cab off the rank, what we're going to do is we're just going to turn, with that little toggle switch there, we're going to turn effects off. I just want to see if we get some sound. Okay, and
To patch some outputs or something.
I'm going to patch the output. Oh, I know where the outputs have gone.
And your
Hang on,
initial
move
gain's low as well.
Move the mics out the way. Okay, output. There we go. So the output is going into my my mixer. I guess you'd call it a mixer. It's not really a mixer, but that'll do. All right, and we'll move some cables out the way in a sec so you guys can see what's going on. But just let's see if we get some noise. All right. Okay, and the effects. Oops, that was my mistake. There shouldn't be any effects. That's actually on Ableton. There we go. There's no effects. Right, and then we can turn effects on.
You're not sending anything to the
Not
effects
sending
zone.
anything yet, because we need to come in via send A. So all the effects now on all channels will go to the IntelliJ C legs. It sounds like seagulls on the sea legs.
Sounds like you know what it
All
sounds
right.
like, Rant? It sounds like a pack of timber wolves.
It does. That's horrible. Right. Okay. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to patch channel 2 and 3 in, which is going to be brains. And we're going to take the input of the phaser into send B. Okay. And the output. Now the output can just go to the left here. Now if I just plug a mono effects into this, into the return, that will normalize as a mono signal across both channels. So let's mute the first channel, and we're going to go into the middle, I feel, for those two. So we get the left and right panning. And then we need to enable MIDI on this side, and we should get some sounds. Now, what is happening? I'm getting phaser and I'm getting C legs, and the reason for it is because channel 2 will go to send B, channel 3 will go to send A, and channel 4 will go to send B. Now, so if I didn't want channel 3 to go to C legs, I'd just swap it over to channel 4, which I've got free. And now, if I can find it, it's in the way there.
That's going to be a squeeze.
Yeah, it's only because I can't
Even with
see.
tendrils, it's pretty tight.
And now you'll see
compact.
both the outputs of brains will go to the phaser.
You need to unmute channel 4 if you want to hear it too.
Yep. Alright, so that's kind of interesting, but I kind of didn't really want that. What I wanted instead is I wanted the phaser to go to C legs. So what I'm going to do, instead of going into my effects sense, I'm going to use channel 3, which is one way I could do this, right? And then channel back in. Oh, we got too much effects going on. We need to mute the effects. Bang. Instant mute.
Sounds like Tonto's expanding headband.
Yeah. All right, so there you go. There's a little patch for you guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that. It's kind of real basic sort of patch, but there's a couple of little things that I kind of wanted to sort of point out with this module, that is the quirkiness of the FX sends and returns and how flexible that could be. It may not be an FX that you want to return into that. You might just want to use them as stereo channels. So technically you could have something else. But there is another little trick up its sleeve that we haven't introduced. And that is, I can plug anything that's got a stereo output using a TRS cable into channel 5. Now channel 5 should be available here somewhere. It's hard for me to see because it's actually facing the camera, but there's channel 5 there. And we've still got that little sequence on here that we did a few weeks ago. So this will be fun. Okay, so that's plugged in now to there, channel 5. And channel 5 doesn't have any controls at all. It's just pure unity. So we should be able to hear this thing. Let's have some fun with this, shall we? There you go. We can change this. We can change the tempo of this. One of the good things about having C legs here is we can play around with the delay. Having fun. There you go. Bit of fun. So the whole usefulness of, I guess the thing that I kind of, you probably don't realize, but that thing there is line level, and that was going into eurorack mixer. It was handling it okay. I mean, obviously the difference in gains are slightly out and all that sort of stuff. You can sort of play with,
You can kind of turn down your levels sometimes, get a balance.
Yeah, you can muck around with it.
And
but the good thing about it,
headroom's good.
Yeah, headroom's good. The other good thing about it too is one of the things you can do with this, as he said in his video, is you can max out, which I've done on those two phases. That gives you a +6 dB send on the FX end. So that actually sort of, it's like a hot signal going out into your effects as such, and it tends to really beef that, almost like an overdrive, isn't it, Chris? It sort of kind of almost overdrives.
Yeah, sometimes you just really want a wet signal on a reverb or something, and you just want to go beyond, you want to go up to 11.
Yep.
Especially for sort of ambient stuff, or just, so sort of putting it level, so the knob's actually level, that's around about 0 unity, and then you push it further, you get your +6.
So this is not a performance mixer in my opinion, because this would be sort of more like a setup and record, or a setup and use type mixer. Yeah. So you're not really, like, if you're looking at how I was struggling with getting into some of the settings and things like that, this is not really that sort of mixer where you're going to be playing it, because it's only 8 HP. That's like literally 2 fingers wide. It's very, very skinny, this thing. So you're not going to be using it as a performance mixer with sliders and mute buttons and things like that. But what you can do is you can use it as a what I would call a bus mixer, or an in module mixer, and the fact that you can actually bring more of these in, as he showed in the video, he had 2 in his video. From the back side of this, there's a little ribbon cable connector on the back, and you can actually cascade these. And Chris, there is no limit to cascading these, right? You could just keep cascading them.
Theoretically. I've heard it said, because there are other people who also do cascading mixes, and some people say nothing, and some people say, oh, but you don't want to do more than about 8 of them, because then the noise floor will get really bad. And I don't quite understand that, but
yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
I think I think you would have to put in a lot though to get. I mean, think about how many mixes we just normally cascade using different brands and stuff like that. It's not really, yeah. Anyway, that's what the little Rumen cable looks like. It's just got different connector on each end, so
you can't stuff
just
it up.
decide which way you want it to go, left or right, up or down,
in and out, out or in.
One or that one. Yeah, it's pretty simple.
The thing is, you can't really stuff up the connections on the back, because they're all keyed, so there's no worry about the red wire and all that sort of stuff. And with the cascading, the other thing to remember too with the cascading, if I had 2 of these, the connections to your FX are on the last mixer in the chain, or is that something else?
And I can add a little thing to that. There's a little trick that I only just sort of learned in the last couple of days. You can actually get 3 or 4 effects out of it by just taking the sends from your intermediary mixers. So you can have you have module A, and you can have your effects going out to 1 or 2 extra effects, and they layer on top of each other. So you're kind of splitting the signal, and that works. So I guess it's going to depend on what the input of your modules are, but I found it sort of experimenting and just sort of realised, hang on, I can just do this. And it's like, oh, that's interesting. I'm getting 2 effects layered on, that's 3 effects I've now got going. Yeah, there's quite a bit of possibilities when you muck around with the cascading configuration. So, yeah, that's why I tried to make sure it wasn't, if you liked, the mixer the way it is, and you thought, if only I had more inputs, the idea of putting them together was like a must. I really wanted to make sure that was possible. Yep. So yeah.
Yeah. Questions,
Chris,
guys,
since
in
you
chat?
mentioned modular grid, can you quickly talk about the process of submitting and how painful it is or not painful?
Well, in a way, I could probably talk you through, because I'm kind of should be able to actually do it live. I won't show you my screen, but you understand. But
there's a lot of vetting going on, and how do you do that?
That's, I have to admit, because it's been so long since I've done it, I'm not sure. So I've submitted mine a couple of days ago, but it's submitted in what's called private mode. So you can do all your filling out and everything. You just set it to private, and they tell you, be careful with that, because anyone who works out what the URL is, which is a long funny number which they couldn't possibly guess, anyone could see your hidden module, and you might, the goose might get loose. So
yeah.
But for my case, I really only needed a couple of days head start to enter it in. So yeah, the process is you basically fill out a form, and you just have to upload an image of your module. You have to make sure it's well cropped, so nothing on the outside. It has to be tightly cropped, and they pretty much work out all the rest. You get a preview. They don't give you a preview of the image, which is a bit annoying, but they do give you a preview of your text, and it's got a markup language, so you can, much like any other sort of web-based, form-based sort of database site, you can get your markup. If I just go to just check that I'm still logged in, because it does tend to log you out quite easily. And if I set it to public, where is that? You have to enter in, your HP, your depth, what category it is. They give you a bunch of checkboxes, so you can just select if you're across multiple categories. You just select multiple checkboxes. So it's pretty painless. You've got to enter in all your milliampage and current, and then of course your prices. You have to enter in. This is one I'm not too sure about. You seem to have to enter in euros as well, and I haven't actually done that yet. So I don't know what that's going to show up as, but we will have a look now.
So it's US 249, right?
$249 approximately, because of course I'm Australian Etsy, so it's 379 Australian dollars, whatever exchange rate is going at the time. Plus there's of course to the US customers, and there's still the tariff, and you pay that in your postage. So I do all that for you.
214 euro and some cents.
Yeah,
249
cool.
is 214.
That's very handy, thank you.
And you haven't checked out the Brave browser? Check it out, it's awesome.
Yes.
British pound, you're looking at 186 and 48 pence.
Oh, there it is. That's a good checkbox. Keep module to yourself checkbox. Sorry, I couldn't see how that was.
Canadian
so
dollars,
save,
349.
Theoretically, you should be able to find it, unless they vet it beforehand. So it'd be interesting if you do a search now for CM402.
There it is there.
There it is. That answers your question. Doesn't seem to be much vetting, unless they vetted it at the time that I've submitted it about 2 days ago. So there you go. It's not too bad. And you can amend it, you can update it, you can add blog posts for it. They actually encourage you to post on their blog that you've released a module. Haven't done that yet, sorry. I haven't even done a post on my own blog. Ranzee's a good blogger. I'm not a great blogger, I'm afraid. I'm trying to fill circuits.
I'm not a good blogger.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah. Right, so that's how you release a module. Yeah, that's pretty painless actually, putting it on ModuleGrid. When you think about it, they want it to be, because so many of the modules on there are user submitted. You want it to be very easy to submit so that it's very up to date and responsive. Kind of a great community spirit on Modular Grid.
Well, that's what Waka was just saying. He added a module that he didn't make just to have it in the system. It's kind of like Wikipedia. You can just go in there and kind of do whatever, you know.
Yeah, that is a bit scary. Looking when they warn you when you submit it. Be aware that anyone can edit your module descriptions.
But right now you are number one on the homepage of modules. Enjoy it while you can.
The most recent one.
Yeah. Here we go.
5, 4,
there
3,
it is. Number 1.
2, 1. Okay.
Screenshot that.
Lovely.
Is that like the top of the charts?
So, yeah,
top of the box.
Doesn't work that way.
Oh, it's a shame.
It's kind of it's an interesting point.
It just does it the most recent. Yeah. What's the most?
But it's an interesting point. When you publish a module and when it's released, some people, I wonder if you publish the module way before your release date, and people are looking for it based upon a release date, they might not find your module if they're doing a cut-off date thing. But so there's some virtues to submitting it on the day of the launch. That seems to be what a lot of the what I would call bigger modular vendors seem to do as part of their press release, which makes a lot of sense. To do it.
Yeah, I do enjoy that. It's kind of a graveyard of modules too. You can go look at cool stuff that went away, but still like possibilities, and maybe give you ideas if you're like a maker or if you're.
It's great for being able to find out whether someone's built something that you're designing, or has built something that's you designed and it's no longer available. This is all, information. So, yeah, I like Modular Grid. Modular Grid's way cool. We'd be lost without Modular Grid, wouldn't we, Rant?
Pretty much.
Although the simulation mode in the rack is not very accurate, right? Where you can supposedly simulate how much power you're using.
Yeah, well, it's based upon what you type into a form, so.
Yeah. And
voltage can be a little funny like that too, even in practice.
Yeah.
You can, everything's built with margins though. So if a power supply says it's 2.5 amps, it's probably 2.6 or something. They usually get a little bit over.
Yeah.
Get a little bit more than when they're saying. Ooh, Rancee's making noises.
Oh, sorry. Just getting some
That's
stuff
all
set
right.
up.
I was just rambling on.
Good. Okay, is there any more questions? Did I miss any questions in chat, Ian? I think we got them all.
I didn't see anything else. I mean, can I just say that I think it's great, Chris? I know we're mates, but it's Eurorack isn't my thing, but you've really well thought this out. I can see it's been a massive amount of work that's gone into it. That's fantastic. So well
Thanks,
done.
Ian.
Yeah, it's a good little, good little module. Once you
And
actually
pushing
get your hands
Ian
on it-
closer to buying. You know,
Yeah. Don't do it.
Hang on, hang on.
Don't.
Hang on.
Where's my phone?
You know you want to.
Don't think
I'll leave
of
it
any-
up
Don't
for
think of
a
any
little while.
questions. Listening.
You probably can't scan it from there. I'll try scanning it with my phone.
I've still
That's
got
what
this
we do.
button. I just want to press it just because I've still got it.
What's going on?
I'm just waiting for a mate.
Is that why your car's all smashed up and you're up on the grass at
Yep,
the moment?
it
Or
works.
Yeah.
I love
that's a
that
good
button.
idea.
What's going
Just
on?
waiting for a mate.
Mate.
Yeah, once
Superb.
there's a couple of things I feel just to sort of wrap this up that you got to think about with this. The mixing side of Eurorack is really, really, really busy. There's a lot of people getting into it. There's a lot of modules. There's a lot of modules that are smaller than this in HP. There's a lot of modules that are way, way, way larger than this in HP. But when you think about it, what it does in its sort of setup, there's a bit of thought that Chris has gone to with this, in the sense that connections are at the bottom. If you didn't like that, you can just flip it around, because the labels really are nonsensical really at that stage anyway once you're using it, and you can have the connections at the top. And in fact, you could probably even, Chris, you could probably even design a reverse panel version.
Inverted panel.
Yeah.
Hmm.
The other thing too is it's not just the 4 channels that are visually there. There's actually technically more. Obviously, there's 6 channels if you include the stereo channel 5. And really there's another 4 channels if you use the returns. So there's 10 channels, right?
Yeah.
You could literally
From a design
have
point
10.
of view, how much did your multicolor metallics add to the cost of the panel?
Double. Just so everyone knows that PCBs cost twice the price when you get them done in gold.
Yeah.
There's no secret in that. You can go into your PCB ways or your easy PCB.
But we like them in gold.
PCB. We do, and it did add something to this design. Quite a lot to this design, especially with the purple.
Oh yeah, I have a bunch of gold ones. They're pretty cool. Yeah.
Mm.
I have an
Yeah.
ADAC one that's all gold.
Dave Man Walking is asking 2 sides ? Back of ground ? Or single sided?
You mean the panel? Is he talking about the 2 sides background?
I'm not
Oh
sure.
yes, it's. I'm trying to remember. I think the silk screening is. Yes, I'm trying to think. In fact, I've probably got a panel. Just hang on a sec. Maybe you can talk amongst yourselves. I can go and get a panel. Blank
What
panel.
panel he's
and be able
talking
to
about?
answer that question. Yeah.
Front panel, yeah.
Yeah. Just to show you what's.
Is there 2 sides? Is the back for ground? Yeah, I understand what he's saying. Chris will know the answer to that.
Once I remember. So if we pull out a panel.
Are these going to be kit form, you reckon, Chris, or no?
I do plan to do DIY kit, yes.
Okay.
At a later stage, well, when I can. If sales go really well, then I'll be busy doing sales. But if there's a lull or it doesn't go so well, I'll be working hard on a DIY kit for them.
I can confirm that sending stuff to the US works, by the way,
Ah, excellent news.
All right.
Yes.
because I've been sending stuff to the US and it's working fine.
Back panel. Ugh.
Hang on, let me just full screen you.
So that's probably not the best way of doing it. That probably shows it. So yes, there's a ring around, there's a grounding ring around the back panel, as well as the gold on the front panel. Yep, so both sides. It's the same price, by the way. You don't save anything by asking only for one side of the panel. It's not the way it works. It's a process-based pricing system. So.
Awesome. Also, apologies for having a few typos, and I fixed them up during the show.
Oh, that's all right. If it was me, it'd be even worse. I'm terrible spelling.
Yeah, there's all sorts of typos going on with me.
I rely on the squiggly lines underneath. Sometimes I don't know what they're talking about and I have to research. It's like, I've got through this many years of my life and I still don't know how to spell.
So, yeah, just with finishing this off, Chris has done an exceptional job on this. When I first got my hands on it, I was blown away. I thought it was actually incredible. Chris will remember the day. And then having to wait so long, I mean, there was a few issues to wait for, but most of the waiting has been because he just didn't want to release it when he couldn't send it to the US, because he knows that's where he's going to get a whack of customers from. So it made absolutely no sense at all in releasing a product from Australia, being made in Australia, handmade here, and sending it, overseas to everyone except for people in the US. Kind of, and it's fair enough too. It did take us about a month to sort that out, didn't it? That whole postage to the US thing. So you think about it. That's 12 months of the year. Like 1/12 of your stuff being backlogged.
Just don't remind me.
That's not good.
Don't tell my bank manager. Yeah. But yeah, no, we won't dwell on it. But things happen in the world, so we move on. But it was definitely not a case of sitting on our hands during that time. By the way, it was full time, trying to work out what to do, trying to work out the different permutations of what we do, dealing with a lot of information, then followed by a lot of misinformation. Yeah, it was quite stressful, but we got through it.
And then being told by an Australian government postal service that you have to use a private company, which was complete head-scratching stuff. Yeah. Anyway, we won't go there. Should we go on to the next, guys? Are you guys finished? Okay. There is going to be some more stuff coming from Chris.
Yep.
So do watch this space. I'm not going to say anything more than that because he'll tell me off. But there is some more stuff coming, and I know this because I'm touching it.
More secrets.
Yes. So get excited if you like some of the Maikshift module stuff that he's done. He's done the GP82. He's done this now. He's got some cool stuff coming out. He's actually given you guys some sneak peeks over many Synth Geekery shows as well. So go back and watch them if you want to get some hints. There's some big hints in some of the shows. Yeah. Awesome. Okay, we got a bit of a spammer happening in Twitch right now, but I really don't care. We should get on to the next. The next bit of news is actually pretty cool. I don't know if you guys were across this, but I'm a massive Korg fan. So is Ian. We're big Korg fans. Love Korg. Actually think they're one of the better synth makers in the world for a lot of reasons, a lot of positive reasons. They stuck with analog when everyone was dropping it. They innovate a lot more than a lot of people actually realize, and they actually really are very inexpensive compared to their competitors, and they make some really quality stuff. But enough pissing in Korg's pocket, because we're going to piss in their pocket a little bit more. This is actually huge. This is a firmware update, right? But it's so big, this firmware update, it actually justifies literally a video from Korg, which we're going to play, but also we're going to have a chat about it, because I don't think anyone who's not across this, I don't think they realize this synth came out a while ago, and we were like, oh yeah, everyone had a MicroKorg. What do they bring the 2 out? Oh yeah, it's pretty cool. It's got a screen. Yeah, 8 voices. Yeah. Everyone was kind of like that, right, Ian? But now,
Definitely. I mean, me included to some extent. I thought it was a bit pricey when it first came out.
yeah.
You know.
But now you might be thinking twice about oh, yeah, maybe. Watch this.
Hello, I'm Davis Sprague, the DSP developer on the MicroKorg2. With this new update, the MicroKorg2 now supports the Log SDK, a toolkit that allows developers to create their own custom oscillators and effects. With this update, the creative possibilities of the MicroKorg2 have significantly expanded. First, turn off your MicroKorg2. Then connect a USB-C cable. Connect the USB-C cable to your computer. Turn on your MicroKorg2 while holding down the Function 1 button. This will boot the MicroKorg2 in the USB boot mode. Then, copy your custom contents from your computer into the corresponding folder. Either oscillator, mod effects, delay effects, or reverb effects. Then, eject your MicroKorg2 from your computer and press Function 5 button under the LCD screen. Your MicroKorg2 will reboot normally, and you can use your custom contents. Now let's try a custom sound. This is Waves, the same oscillator that shipped with the Prologue. It features 2 wavetables and a sub-oscillator that can use as a ring modulation source, as well as a bit crusher. Now let's add a custom effect. This is Morph EQ, a 3-band EQ that lets you control all 3 bands simultaneously. It will be included in the update, and source code will be available on GitHub. Now let's try another custom oscillator. This is Vox, a vocal formant oscillator.
So that video just gives you a very, 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 very subtle taste into this firmware update, but we're going to go a lot deeper. In fact, we're actually going to go and head over to the Ranzee.com website, and you guys will be part of this, don't worry. I'm going to add it to the chat right now, news 2, and it will send you the link to that. Now, this is actually such a big update. I actually took me about a day to write this blog article on it. What it does is it talks about all the log SDK support at first. So what he showed you in that first thing was very, very basic, but there is GitHub links and everything that you need in this article that you can access. So, you know, you can do a whole bunch of stuff with the log SDK support. If you're not familiar with it, a lot of the Korg products out there have already got it, like the NTS one, I think's got it, the Prologue's got it, things like that.
Minilog XD has it.
Minilog XD, yep. So Korg are kind of pushing it more. But one of the things I will say, there's a Loop Hop video, you go watch that, about this firmware update. It's actually quite extensive. This is actually probably one of the coolest SDK platforms out there by a major synth manufacturer, where they actually don't monitor or dictate what you can produce on it. So if you want to produce something that ends up on this synth, you can then put it up into GitHub and distribute it, and people can buy it off you, or they can obtain it off you for free. And Korg really don't care what you do. They'll support it, in fact. And that's one of the things that I love about the Log SDK platform. Okay, so obviously the big features of the 2.0 is the Log SDK support. You can load custom oscillators. There's not just custom oscillators, there's custom effects, and there's some other things like sequencing, modulation stuff that you can do as well with the SDK. Then you've got the Cinevibe collaboration with the third-party plugins. There's custom oscillators and stuff that's been done by those guys, and that integrates seamlessly with existing stuff that's on the MicroKorg2 specifically. The OSC or Oscillator 3 now can be used as an LFO or low mode, and you can then route that through the modulation matrix to anything, and that opens up a massive amount of possibilities just in that alone, because there's a whole bunch of waveforms that the Oscillator 3 can do. As you know, you can actually literally select just about any waveform now, especially with the log SDK, but also then being able to then use that as an LFO and routing that to different things like filters and stuff. That's pretty cool, just that feature alone. Then they've added a keyboard split feature, which allows you to split the tiny little keyboard into two zones, but obviously don't forget you can plug MIDI controller keyboards into this, so it does kind of help. The loop recorder. This is the thing that really got me interested. This is
That's cool.
This has actually got a step-based sequencer that works with audio, and I don't know of anything else that does this. Someone may know of something that does this. I'm not talking about Ableton or like a massive Fairlight system. I'm talking about a little sort of synth that does this. I don't think there's really anything out there that does.
Little Yamaha's doing audio loop, but it's just a one layer loop.
Yeah, but this is actually a step sequencer with the audio, right? Which is actually the unique thing about it. So yes, this does that as well, Andy. It does the loop recording. But the other cool thing this has got is it's got a slice mode, and the slice mode is interactive. You can actually determine where the slices are done, and then that divides the loops into slices, and it spans them across the keyboard, which is what you would expect in a case of an MPC or something that would be spanned across the pads. In this case, it's spanned across the keyboards, but then you can turn the arpeggiator on and actually play these keys using an arpeggiator and get some wild effects, because arpeggiators have got different patterns, right? So it's really, really cool. Now, the wave import export feature on this exports loops as 16-bit 48K, which is actually I thought that was pretty decent. It's not this 44.1 or anything less. It's actually pretty decent. 48K is kind of vinyl / I record in 48K. I'm happy with it.
Yeah, I'm happy with 48 myself too. 24-bit usually, but 16.
44 is close to the Nyquist anyway, so it's okay.
Yeah. So that was actually really, really interesting. There's a little trophy system in there. There's 15 hidden trophies that unlock user performances in there. It's pretty cool. We have a bit of fun with that. The kids would love that. And there's a whole bunch of parameter enhancements as well that's in there as well. So I've given a summary table of all the stuff you can do, but these are all the links that you're going to need if you're interested in getting this. You can get the firmware update straight from there, the system updater. There's a librarian which you can get from Windows or Mac for the MicroKorg. The vibrato log unit, which is the free one that you can get, and then there's the Korg log SDK, which is on GitHub. That takes you straight there. Now, if that's not enough, Korg did publish actually a little update 2.0 PDF on their website, and if they do ever take it down, it's here permanently. That's what we like. I would have to say, I said this on my article, out of all firmware updates that I've seen over the years, I used to always, you guys know me, I used to always say that the Base Station 2, the AFX mode firmware update was the best one I've ever seen as a firmware update, where something just completely changes the synth, basically. This, I think this takes the cake. This is probably the best firmware update I've seen done on a synth for free ever. This is absolutely incredible.
Huge, yeah.
And I think what it means now is it means these guys are probably going to start selling more of these synths.
I think you're right. Absolutely. I have to say, I've said it before. I've thought Korg have been in the doldrums in the last couple of years, really. And if you're looking to buy a MicroKorg, the MicroKorg 1, which I've got, second hand, you're looking at 230, 240 quid. This is £400 by UK. And then you've got the update, And the mini keys, I actually think the mini keys on these are fine. I've got exactly the same mini keys. The Mark 1 mini keys are different.
Yeah, they're more plastic.
These mini keys are the same as the ones that's on my Micro Composer, I think it is. And they're great. They're fine. You get used to them. I mean, I've got big hands, so I don't have a problem with them at all. It almost makes me want to exchange my my Mark 1 for the Mark 2. They first explored the sampling element of this in the Korg sampler, which was pretty rubbish because I used to have one.
Micro sampler?
But they've obviously moved. Yeah,
They've
it was
improved
terrible.
it, yeah.
It was good, except it didn't have modern sample. It's only stretch, which sucks.
No, it didn't. It was pretty. It was pretty poor buying.
Yeah.
I ended up selling it to the guys from Supergrass. Haha. But yeah, I mean, they've obviously incorporated that into this, which is just fantastic. Really, absolutely brilliant.
I kind of feel like you can't really compare the MicroKorg 1 with the MicroKorg 2. I think they're kind of two different synths completely.
No, you can't.
The only similarity is they're both digital synths, and that's probably as far as
matrix editing, right?
Yeah, but this has got that screen. It just really is so different.
The screen makes a big difference.
And
Sure,
I feel there's probably going to be even more firmware updates in the future. That's just the gut feel I get with this.
Is this 4-part multi-timbral?
8. It's 8.
8-part.
8 voice.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you could have
beefy.
the whole thing fully Logue-based stuff and don't even use the built-in stuff.
Yeah. So
that's pretty wild.
that's kind of where you got to be careful. So, for example, if you're using that looper, I think it disables 2 of the oscillators. There's a few things. There's a few gotchas, right? So it's freeing up resources in the synth itself. But let's be honest, if you're going to be using the looper, you're not going to need the other oscillators anyway because you're playing with the sample, right? So it's sensible what they're doing. They're actually helping you as a user. And with the SDK, you got to be. It really depends. This is if the Loopop video kind of talks about it. It depends on the person's module that they've built for it and how well they've made it. And obviously, they won't all work. So not all the log SDK stuff works straight out of the box into MicroKorg. They have to actually recompile them for MicroKorg2. And then once they've done that, iron all the bugs out, and I guess, away you go. What it gives you, Andy, in terms of features, it'll depend on how much, CPU juice it chews up as an algorithm.
Yeah.
If it's wavetable stuff, this handles it beautifully. So I don't know. I kind of feel like most of the stuff that you're doing on this is going to be okay. It's just those clever things like the convolution reverbs and things that people are trying to code into log SDK. They might struggle. They probably won't even work on this.
Interesting.
Go check out that GitHub link, when you finish watching the show, of course. There's a massive amount. If you've never ever looked at log SDK, I suggest you do, because it's actually there's a really easy Hello World demo you can do, and you can actually, that's actually a really cool achievement. You can go, hey, I know nothing about coding. I've just watched a tutorial. I've just programmed my own oscillator and I've uploaded it to my synth, and it's mine and I created it. It's kind of a cool thing to do as a synth guy. So if you haven't done it, at least do that and sort of have a little muck around.
Have a drink, yeah.
Yeah, have a beer with it. Indeed. Any questions, chat, about this or from you guys?
Me and Wagoos were just discussing the XL version, which neither of us seemed to like. I never really rated it. But he's saying actually, rather than buy an original, buy the MS2000 if you can find one.
Oh, this is an old
MS2000B is great.
Yeah.
I mean, I had the Radius. I sold it. I just wasn't using it enough. I've got the original MicroKorg still sitting here, and it's a great little VA engine in it. There's actually nothing wrong with it. Still to this day, it sounds really, really good.
Decent.
In fact,
vocoder.
my oldest video on my YouTube channel has a MicroKorg in it. The oldest video on my YouTube channel. So if you ever want to watch my oldest video, go check that out. It's 10 years old, that video.
I mean, I had the original and then bought the one with the speakers, which was a mistake. The speakers, I got Korg I got Luke from Korg to explain to me how I could permanently turn them off, which I've now done. But I mean, no, the speakers, because the keys vibrate with the speakers. The speakers are in a weird position on them. So
I didn't
that's
get
the
one
MicroKorg S.
Yeah, I didn't like that one.
I use it a lot live.
It's a great little
great
synth.
for live work. Yeah, absolutely.
This
The old MicroKorg had some cool tricks in it. I did a track with a friend years ago where I turned all the vocoder steps on, taped a key down, and mucked with it a bunch so it sounded like a really grungy, weird vocal. And then he sang through it into the thing. It was a lot of fun. So you didn't have to use it as a vocoder. You could use it as a weird vocal effect too.
This one's got the vocoder. It's got the arpeggiator editor, the step editor, and the arpeggiator as well. So it's got it's got pretty much all the features that the old one had. Pretty much, I'm not to say all. All the things that you'd probably want anyway. And then it's got a whole bunch of new stuff. So if you never did buy a MicroKorg, obviously that would be the 2 would be the one to get. I wouldn't buy it.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't buy one.
I have one of the intermediate ones, the black plastic one that looks retro.
Yeah.
So I have two old ones.
With the Giorgio Moroder presets in it.
No, that's the Mini Nova.
Oh, okay.
This is it's the MicroKorg. It's got weird black plastic thing. It's very retro knobs and it's basically exactly the same as the original MicroKorg with a couple presets added to it. So
Giorgio Moroder and
something about the original MicroKorg being the biggest selling synth. It sold more because
it was.
They had an anniversary, didn't they? Was it 20 years or something? It's quite a long time since the first one came out.
So one of the top selling synths, right?
Yeah.
I think in modern times it's the biggest selling synth. I think the DX7,
like DX7, Mini Nova.
May have it for overall. I'm not sure. One of them has it for overall. One of them has it in modern times. I'm not sure. But MicroKorg's definitely up there. And this new firmware update may actually get these things flying off the shelf now too. There's nothing stopping you guys from getting.
Realised I've
like
got my little MicroKorg USB stick, which was given to me by Korg. It's superb, absolutely brilliant.
All right, let's get on to the next. That was it for the MicroKorg2. I love that. Well done, Korg. Big,
nice.
Big congrats from me.
Arturia, if you're looking, you could do the same thing to the Mini Freak, please.
Oh yeah,
like releasing all of the features at the same time.
And the MicroFreak.
And the MicroFreak.
Right. Well, if you thought that was all we were talking about with NPCs over the week, you're wrong, because there's more stuff coming out from Akai. And now, if you haven't seen this, well, now you have, because there's an MPC Pro Pack that you can get. It's pity Daren's not on the show, because I reckon he'd enjoy this. This is actually available for both Force and MPC users, the Pro Pack. And you get it through activation through your actual standalone device. I've actually just gone, purchased it the other day, and today, just while I was setting up, I was telling Chris I've got too many things going on at the moment setting up the show. One of them was because I was activating it on my MPC as I was setting the show up. So we can go in and have a look at it. I guess I've never actually touched it yet, but let's before we do, let's talk about what is in the Pro Pack first. And I kind of feel like go to my blog article. It's the easiest way to do it. At the moment, it seems to be winning for me anyway.
How much is it?
It's currently 100 and I'll tell you in a sec. 100 and something. Are we in use 3? We're in use 3, aren't we? I think we're in use 3. I think that's correct. It does tell you, it's a blog article. I'll get to it, right? So it does cost money, but what it does is it gives you premium expansion stuff for the MPC and the Force. And what that is you'll see in a sec. Now, just so you know, if you do go out and buy a brand new MPC Live 3, that's the thing that we showed last week, that includes these features in here, so you don't need to go and buy this if you've got an MPC Live 3. But if you've got an MPC Live 2, in fact, I'm actually going to show you all the things that you have that will need this if you've got it. and what it will give you. Okay, so the first thing is, here's a list straight off the bat of what this gives you in the Pro Pack. It gives you 4 Air plugins. So Air Fabric Select. By the way, when I was installing this, the longest download out of everything was the Air Fabric Select. So I don't know. We're about to find out. I'm going to show you guys. This is a sample-based instrument offering a range of sounds, including pianos, pads, basses, and more. I'd say that the massive download was all the sample files, right? That's what that was. Air Visual EQ4 is a 4-band visual equalizer, which actually then maps out to Q-Link controls. Pretty cool. I do like it. Air Reverb Pro is a new professional reverb processor, which has got this is actually kind of cool. You've got tail shaping. I've skipped one of the early reflections. A lot of reverbs have got early reflections anyway, but this has got tail shaping. I've always loved to be able to handle the tail of a reverb, because it's almost like, the reverb FX is done, it's sent it, and it's off, disappearing eventually into the ether. But actually being able to sort of manipulate that is a cool thing. Air Utility, this is like a little tool thing that a lot of Ableton users will know this sort of stuff, like phasing and stereo width and mono bass management. Again, for people that use a lot of plugins and connectivity to your MPC, that's a very, very cool thing. Here's the big one, clip launching. So, yes, we've had clip launching on an MPC before, but this gives you a full clip launching system now with matrix view, clip editing, and follow actions. You've always been able to edit clips, but not directly from the clip launching screen. Follow actions is new, tempo syncing is new, and compatibility with Ableton Live Sessions is also new. So this is like a pro version of clip launching. So MPCs can clip launch, but this is like a pro. And Advanced CV Playground, I don't get to play with this unless I use it on my Force, because I don't have any CV connections on the back of my Akai MPC Live 1. There's no CV connections on the back. You'll find out in a sec why. And Advanced Q-Links. This is kind of okay, but I was hoping for more with this. I've always wanted Akai to make Q-Links much more configurable, not just, here's a list of stuff, choose one. Okay, I can't find the thing that I want. What do I do now? You can't have it. Okay. That's kind of the disappointing thing with Q-Links, and yet here we still are. But now we do get envelope followers and LFOs, which probably should have been there in the first place, to be honest. I'm kind of a bit disappointed with that. The Super Warp algorithm is the time stretching algorithm that they've talked about on their videos. Yes, you can actually put this on your older MPCs. Don't know how well it will work. I guess we'll find out. A couple of other notes is plugins included with the Pro Pack are exclusive only to the MPC and Force environment. You can't get this as a VST or AU or AAX. It requires firmware 3.6 or later. So if you haven't got firmware 3.6 on your MPC or Force, you need to install that first before you can use it. And as I said before, it's included free with the MPC 3 Live hardware. The license actually entitles you to install this on 3 devices. So if you do buy this, you can actually put it onto 3 devices. For me, I'm going to be using it on 2. I've got a Force and I've got an MPC. So I've just gone into a bit of detail about what each of these are. We can come and revisit this later, but this is the thing I wanted to show you. These are all the different MPCs and Forces that Akai have produced over the years. I don't think I've missed one, but notice the MPC Live 1 never had CV. That one never had CV. They only introduced it in, I think the next product that came out was MPC Live 2 and MPC 1, and they introduced CV. Now you can tell that they introduced it at the same time because they introduced this 4x TRS type setup with the 8 CV connectivities with just the 4 ports on the back. The MPC X always had, that was their first MPC that had CV on the back, has 8 actual individual ports. And the Live 3 has the same as the Live 2. And the Force only has 4 ports on the back, which is kind of disappointing because really when you think about it, that only really just gives you 2 CV gate connections when you think about it normally, right? Not necessarily. You could use it as an LFO or something like that, but yeah, technically if you were just using it as a sequencer with notes and gates, that's all the Force can give you, 2 tracks basically, really. Anyway, don't really need to go into any more detail. I think these plugins we'll get to have a quick look at if we can find them. I don't know how to find them sometimes. There's the price there, Andy. $99.99 US dollars introductory, and then it doubles in November. So one thing I'll notice though, guys, I was on the Akai website and I was about to hit buy, and then I moved my mouse off of, you know how you move your mouse off into the address bar? So it literally your mouse kind of goes off the page, right? Your mouse is kind of going off the page like my hand just did, right? And this little pop-up came up and it said, "Oh, don't leave. I'll give you an extra 10%. So I got an extra 10%. I'm like, yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, threatened to leave. So mine only ended up costing me around about $150 Aussie, which I didn't think was too bad. Personally, I don't really like paying for pro software, things like that. I'm a little bit against it. So it's kind of going against my grain here, but I bought it because I kind of feel like I don't know when I'm going to be able to buy an MPC Gen 2, which is MPC Live 3 or whatever they're going to bring out in the future. I don't know when. So I think the investment of $150 Aussie is going to pay for itself. It gives me the access to some of those new features that I want to try out anyway. And I'm not going to be sitting going, I can't do it until I buy it. So it kind of, it helps me for a bit. I think Akai know about that anyway. So if you're wondering what that works out in your part of the world, Ian, it's about £80, £80 to £90 if you were to get. But Ian, if you're going to get an MPC Live 3, you won't need to pay this because it's included.
So included. That would be the thing to do then, wouldn't it, for me?
Yeah. Yes. Okay. So that's the MPC Pro Pack. What I thought we'd do is we get through the news section, and I'll show you guys. I've got the MPC Live 1 sitting next to me here. It's got the Pro Pack installed. Yes, I guarantee it's here. There you go. I will show you guys that in the Saturday Sonority section, which comes up after we get through all the news and everything, because I do want to get through one more item before we finish. And that is, before we do that, any questions about this quickly? Sorry, guys. Are you guys good? Covered it? Happy? Yep. Anyone in chat? We good? All right. Yep. Mac told us about this in Discord during the week. So good on you, Stephen. The next is this little baby. I like these things. This not really synth related, but it is synth related because these guys, MyVolts, are actually synth based, power guys.
They're at Super Booth.
Yeah, these guys were at Super Booth. These guys were at Bristronica.
They were Bristronica, but they didn't have a stand. But they were wandering around.
They were wandering around telling people what they've got. This is called the Silent Alchemist. It's actually a USB powered hub, and what I can tell you about it is that all those ports along the front are USB-C, and I think the first 5 of them, I think there's 6 there if I counted right, first 5 of them are about 20 watts, and the last one's 100 watts. And then the 2 on the left are USB type A, and then you've got these connections on the back, which are DC power. I think the whole thing chews up about a fair amount of power anyway. The whole purpose of this is not a USB powered hub. This is an isolated powered hub. And I feel like these guys are trying to solve the problem with ground loop noise with USB devices.
Get rid of computers.
Yeah. Get rid of PCs is your first. Yeah. Completely.
Computers in general.
Yeah.
It makes that perfect. Yeah.
The only thing is, the thing that kind of troubles me a little bit about it is it's pretty pricey. And I don't know if it's because it just costs that much to make, or if it's like a R&D sort of starting price on it. Anyway, it's $349.99 US or £259.99. You can place a $50 deposit to get. There's 500. They've made 500 in total. There's 220 out of the 500, so they've almost sold about half of these already. So they're in the pre-sale section with this. I think before we sort of talk about this, remembering why would you need something like this? So if you've got a lot of devices that are USB powered, probably a performer that does live stuff would be the main person, like a Daren. A Daren would probably be all over this, right? And you're getting ground loop noise. Like you've got a BeatStep Pro, you've got an iPad, you've got I don't know, a couple of other things that need to be powered by USB. We're going to need to isolate your power.
Boutiques,
Yeah, boutiques. Yep. So, yeah. Now, they're saying in the video, there's a video, I'm not going to play it because I'll probably get a copyright claim, but they're saying that this is near medical level quality power supply that comes with this. So if you know anything about working in the medical industry and putting things into, I don't know if you've ever seen in a ward room, right? You ever seen PowerPoints in a ward room and you think, wow, this looks all really convoluted, how they've got the PowerPoints are up high and it's stickers all over them and warnings and freaking, it looks pretty like complex and flash. There's a reason for it, and that is because anyone who's an electrician for a hospital will know that there has to be a medical grade certification on all the powered items that get plugged in, especially in a treatment room.
It's a bit like military spec.
Yeah, they're kind of similar, but there's some differences. They've got this,
differences,
military spec. They probably want to blow things
It makes
up.
them fault tolerant too.
And medical, they probably want to save people.
It would have been nice to see a USB Type B.
So he did talk about that. He talked about that on the video. He said that that's what the USB A's are for, so that you can plug your USB A into the side there, and usually the USB A to B cables are very
USB A on the other end. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Let me just get his website up.
I do notice that it is a metal chassis.
It is.
So that's going to add a bit to the cost. But
yeah, and the power supply, I believe, adds to the cost as well.
Yeah.
Well, if you ever bought their stuff, it's never cheap. It's good quality, but it's never cheap. So.
All right, so this is their Webby.
It's not keenly priced, is it? No.
You get 15% off your order if you take this little survey up here too. I wonder if that helps. Anyway, so each of the hubs have 5 watts per port, 20 watts per port. What? I don't understand that. Plus 100 watt. I did say that. But isolated ports is noise-free power. You can isolate your ports. OSTIRUS, love this sort of stuff. Working with USB-powered guitar pedals for a start. That's the big one. Where was the other thing? It's DC or USB powered. So on the back, which hopefully he's got a picture of this. Okay. There we go. Yep. So you don't actually have to connect DC to the back. You can connect USB to the back to power it. I don't know how that would work though. It would need some sort of beefy USB power supply, wouldn't it?
You'd need a big fat one. But no, sorry. People often, people tend to shy away from USB power supplies in general because there is so much crap out there.
Yeah,
it's like the worst power supplies. Per unit, actually, that you can purchase, it's like 98% or something that are terrible. So because it's completely flooded the market. So I kind of steer away from that unless you've got some kind of one from
these guys use really good step-up transformers, though. I mean, that's the MyVolts that I have to power some Electron gear from a single 5-volt power brick.
Yeah,
it works amazingly well. So
yeah, and they're good quality too, aren't they, Andy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now power bricks are a different story, by the way. The power, they're much better.
It must kick out some heat because there's a thermostatically controlled fan in there.
Yeah, and the metal chassis would have to be a part of the thermal.
It's part of the exposure.
Yeah. The other thing he talks about on this was this phantom reboots, and I haven't experienced it. Just because I haven't experienced it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. I'm sure it does. Apparently, when people are using USB powered stuff, they might plug something in. So see how you've got 5 plugged in there, and then you plug something into that one, and then all of a sudden, if you get one of those cheap Chinese USB hubs, the whole voltage across the whole rail will drop, and all of your devices will reboot. So that's what he's talking about there. So yeah. Now there was something in here. Oh, there's a little portal app thing that you can get with it.
Cool.
To work out what your gear needs power wise. So that's pretty cool. So they're kind of sensible about it. I wish there was actually a picture of the power supply, but there is this high quality 24 volt 6 amp power supply going into it. 6 amps is pretty beefy. I'm not going to lie. That's a pretty decent.
That'll be a power brick that you plug into a modular, but it's pretty decent size.
Yeah, almost like a laptop type power supply.
Yeah, laptop power supply. I'd be thinking they're pretty good. The laptop power supplies ones.
Yeah, I keep a few. Whenever I throw an old laptop away because it's like completely dead, there's no way you can save it. I always keep the power supply because they're actually really handy. The old Toshibas and that. Absolutely. They're very good. 12 volts and 15 volts and all those weird connectors on them. Yeah, anyway, that's the MyVolts. That was the last thing. Thanks for that, Mac, for sharing that with us on the Discord. By the way, guys, if you are wondering, we do have Discord. There it is there. There's a link, bit.ly/Ranzee Discord. There is a little pop-up that warns you with bit.ly nowadays. It's only just, it's a friendly thing saying you're getting redirected. Just accept it. It'll take you to Discord. Discord is free, doesn't cost you anything, and we continue the chats after the show is finished during the week. There's a lot of cool stuff on there, actually. So, yeah. If you enjoyed news, give us a thumbs up. Tell everyone what you think of it. Let us know in the chat if you like any of the products we shared this week. I know which one was my favourite, and it might just happen to be because he's my mate. But there's a hint. It's that one there. That's it there.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to move this in a sec. Yeah. Stop it indeed.
Thank you.
There were some pretty cool products this week, I thought. Like, some of them were just firmware updates, some of them were like software. But it was just, I thought it was an interesting little gambit of stuff that we can get our teeth into. What do you guys think?
Sure.
Definitely.
What's the Discord link?
Stuff.
Katie, I'll give it to you because I'm nice like that. How about I just paste it into chat? Where is it? Discord. Bang. Copy and paste. Done. You've got it. Click on it.
Yay.
Cooking it with gas. Right. I think right now is a good time to do a second clue for the quiz.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Ian takes a drink.
That's the first one.
And
I'll take a drink and get my pad ready.
There's the second clue. Motion synth. I know that cuts off the letters. I don't know why it's doing that. Stop. Stop whinging.
Doesn't know
You
about
can see it's a
descenders.
Y. It's not a V.
Somebody
it's a
doesn't
Y.
know fonts.
I know.
Not a font nerd, obviously.
Motion svnth. Say SVNTH. There's no vowels in that word at all. Svnth. There we go. If you do want to make a guess,
Swedish, it's a Svent.
Svnth, he's going to clean the pool. No, if you do want to do the guess for the quiz, do put Ranzee as a highlight, and then Synth Quiz, and then your guess, and that just helps me find it in the myriad of chat that happens during the show. Yeah, I know, James. I know. I've got to fix the font. And yeah, there's other things that happen apart from fixing the font that just happen. Yeah, I'll get around to it. Anyway.
Is your font size too big? Is that why? Won't fit in there?
He's an Aussie. His font size is always too big.
I like big fonts. What am I going to say? Got to flop out a big font.
I like big fonts too.
Yeah.
Brothers can't deny.
I like big fonts and I cannot lie. Yeah.
I was just thinking, Andy. I was just thinking that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not commercialised at all, you two, are you?
No.
Look, I remember from In Living Color, and Living Color made fun of it. So
fair enough. Living Color were great, by the way.
No,
I
In Living
actually-
Color, the comedy show,
Oh, In Living Color. I thought
where
you
the
were,
Wayans
I thought
brothers came from.
I literally thought
Jim
you were
Carrey got
talking
to start
about
there.
Living Colour.
Wayans brothers.
I remember it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember now. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's not get too distracted because we've got a segment to get through. Price watch time. Everybody's favourite for some reason. I've never really worked it out why this is everybody's favourite section of the show, but it is, and we've got to live with it. And I do enjoy putting it together, put it that way. Who likes a bit of an overhand FVS?
Very
An
nice.
FVS 1. Ooh.
Yeah, not keen on the price, but yeah.
Let me change the price on here, not that one, on this one in front of me, which you're about to see, to US. So we've got the US price.
20 grand.
26,656.36, and it's got a $4,846 US dollar price drop, which is about 16%, if I could work out the calculation. Oh, it says it up there anyway.
Boy, look at that shipping. Yikes.
Yeah,
Look at the shipping, $1,800 ship. Well, it's a big behemoth of a synth, isn't it? This is one in.
Yeah.
This is actually in Italy, which is probably why the shipping is so bad, to be honest. The shipping is probably because I'm in Australia too. I'm not going to lie. It might be cheaper for you guys. This one's got some mods up the top. Would they be mods? I'd say they're mods.
I think so. Yeah, I would have said so.
Yeah, it looks like mods.
Who's heard a TVS?
No.
Okay.
It's clean though. It's looking all right.
Heard a 2-voice in person, but not
Not the 4-voice.
4-voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this thing's stacked, isn't it? You know, when you think about it.
Yeah.
Look at all those voices.
Just look at
1,
those knobs.
2,
Just go back to
3.
that last picture, Rans.
You want to look at the
Where
knobs?
there's, yeah, look, but there's knobs in the middle. That's a bit naff.
Mods.
That's
Mods.
That's a
Yeah, more mods with the
but
stickers.
where the
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
a bit naff, doesn't it?
not
I don't like it.
not impressed by that.
You can drop the price for that, right? So.
We're going to give this
Yeah, right.
that's the sound that one gets.
Yeah.
And actually, it gets 2 sounds today. It gets,
Telling me, right?
for the price, that is 100% way too expensive.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I do love the sound of a 4-voice though. It's got a, I would say it's got a richer sound than a lot of polysynths, even at like a 4-voice, like a, I don't know. I'm not going to pick a synth. Pick a 4-voice polysynth. Analog. We're talking analog, right? This will have a richer sound purely because it's kind of like you've just got 4 mono synths all stacked together. They did a lot of electronic gabooba to get this thing to work properly. And they actually were pioneers in inventing the polyphonic sound on analog. So, yeah.
But if you can't afford to get the GeForce software OBE, it's amazing.
Yeah, you can. It is. But it ain't analog.
Close enough.
Yeah. Actually, there was a comment that was made last week about analog. And I can't remember who said it. Someone on the show said it. Someone said, it doesn't really matter anymore because you record in digital about analog. And I'm like, hang on a minute. The sound that's coming out of whatever's analog is still analog.
Yeah.
You're recording it. That doesn't change it just because you're recording it in digital. Yeah,
You haven't transformed it, have you?
Yeah, you haven't digitized the sound
Transferred
of
its
analog.
characteristics, yeah.
I thought
Put
that
it this
was
way, Tom
very odd.
Oberheim approved the OBE software. He put his stamp on it.
He did, yeah. He did like it. Yeah.
And it's also FM based, which is hilarious because it makes this beautiful, warm analog sound, but it's FM based.
With the screeching FM sounds, yeah. Yeah. Let's have a look at this next one. This is weird. I don't think I've ever seen this before. An Elgam Carousel.
Wow.
This is kind of crazy, this thing, right? This is based in Lyon in France. Hello to all my French
It's almost
viewers.
homemade.
My daughter is actually close to there right now. This has got a drum machine and an accompaniment on the side of it. This is on eBay. And you're looking at Euros 2250, which is about 26 US, if you're looking at it that way.
It's too expensive. I mean,
According to this, it's an
I don't know
Italian
this.
analog drum machine with an
It
accompaniment
says
synth.
ragtime on it. You see that at the bottom? Ragtime?
Yeah. I mean, I had an Elgum drum machine back in the day, which was my father's.
Mm.
They're not brilliant, to be fair. They're really not great. And obviously, they've just slammed a keyboard into this one as well.
These guys got a video of this.
Oh, yeah. Play the
Probably
video.
I'm going to get in trouble if I play it.
Nah, you won't.
Okay. We'll see. He's French. Worst things
Yeah,
to do.
right.
Yeah.
They pissed off the French already.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Here we go. All right, I don't want to hear that. I want to hear this.
Wow.
All right, that's a copyright strike right there. No, that's.
Yeah.
I don't think those effects are in that.
Yeah, I was wondering about that too.
Because I have heard
There's
an
the Behringer
Elgum and they
effects
don't
thing next
sound.
to it.
He's probably got
Yeah,
There's the
something.
Behringer
I
stop
don't-
box.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, he says on his eBay listing, it says it's an Italian analog drum machine with an accompaniment synth, as I mentioned before. It has an external clock. It's got DIN sync. You can add, like he used the CR, 78 with that. You can also use an Arturia key step. And what was the other thing? It's got two audio outputs, so you can solo the drum part and have a separate output for the accompaniment part. Yeah. So I don't know if I'd spend that much money on it, but there we go. Let's have a look at some photos.
If it came with a milk bar and a couple of milkshakes, it'd be perfect.
Yeah.
It does have that
Hopefully
sort of
vintage,
vibe,
isn't
doesn't it?
It really does.
I mean, they've gone to a lot of trouble to design that logo on the right. I
Very
feel.
whimsical. Yeah. So,
You've got to dress up in 50s.
Someone's kid
clothes
has
to
designed that logo.
promote that.
Do you know what I mean? He's gone home and he's like, "Oh, I'm so busy designing the electronics. I need a logo
I
design."
like there's a button for add maracas. See that? Don't forget to add the maracas.
Needs more cowbell.
Yeah, it does, yeah. The
What's that?
one sold on Reverb for £1,000.
That there, Autumn bass,
Yeah, all-time bass.
walking alternated.
Yeah.
Either
Crazy
walking
hands.
bass or an alternative.
They also misspelled honky tonk.
Yeah. That's because it's Italian, mate. They just do whatever they want.
Yeah. It's gonna be okay.
It's got ragtime. You can't go wrong.
If it's anything like the one that my father had, you could mess with the actual drum patterns by pressing two buttons at once. You couldn't press three.
yes.
That was crazy. That was fun.
I need an audio plug-in right now. If you move that slider down to 10, it goes totally addicted to bass. Wow.
Aussie reference?
Yeah, absolutely. That was a big song though. That went around the
I'm
world.
sure I've heard that, but I can't place it.
It's a bass.
Baseline shooting up my spine.
Very famous Aussie DJ. Oh, we get electronics. Where's Kent? Kent,
Yeah, it didn't sink.
keep your pants on. Ready? Here.
Wow, look at that. Brown circuit board.
That's how you know this is old. Oh, it's got chips in it too. And they're actually socketed. I like that. Italian socketing chips? What's going on?
But some of those are tantalums. Ken hates the tantalums. So
Some of those look like they've been replaced. That's been recapped.
Yeah, they're modern caps, aren't they? The electrics.
Yeah, they're recapped.
There we go,
The
boys and
arrangement is
girls.
classic, but
Who's seen that synth before?
So-
I haven't.
I've not seen that one, like I say, but actually, it's $1,000 too much because, like I say, one went on Reverb for £1,000 exactly.
Let us know in chat if you've seen the carousel before. or if you've heard one in real life.
Yeah.
Oh, did we do one? We did one before, did we, Wags? There you go.
Yeah.
So I
Oh,
can't
did
even
we?
remember what I've ever done. There you go. Okay. Next. Remember how we showed the TR1000 last week? And I thought, this is going to start selling a whole bunch of Roland products on the market. Well, they started. $695 US. You can get yourself an MC909. These are actually like full on. This thing has got so much stuff in it. It's not funny. It's supernatural engine in there. There's twin D beams. If you like D beams, this has got two of the suckers in it. If you want it for your left and one for your right hand. The only thing I don't like about it is the stupid smart media bloody freaking memory cards on these things.
Yeah.
Because they're a pain in
A
the
lot of
ass,
stuff back then.
those
Yamaha had smart media. A lot of things had the smart media cards. So.
Yeah. As I mentioned before, Synth City are pretty good people to buy stuff from. They're in Chicago, in Illinois, in the United States of America. Booyah.
I have the MC808 version with the motorized sliders. It's kinda
Yeah,
cool.
the 808's probably the better one out of the two, if I'm going to...
This one's huge too. It's actually a lot bigger.
Yeah, I had both. I've had both. And the only one that I've kept is the 505.
Also, 808 has built-in zip
Bit of a
drives, which is
scratch on the
hilarious.
screen, is it? Yeah, a bit of a scratch. I remember buying freaking smart media cards for this on eBay and thinking, geez, people are charging me 150 US. But
Well, you see why? Look at that. They actually tell you right there, 3.3 volts only. Don't use the 5-volt ones used for cameras. So,
which means it's hard to get. And I wouldn't be surprised
I
if
bought a stack of them
if
years
they're
ago.
still hard to get. Anyway, so in my little look, there was that. There was an 808 for about $7,000. You know, so
$7,000.
Yeah, $7,000 for an 808. That's getting cheap. So this stuff is going to come down. People will be able to pick up. And the last one, which comes down to let me know if I've shown this before, is this the Sakata. They make crackers in Australia. DPM 48. Never heard of this before. This is actually a digital drum machine. It looks a bit like a CR78, doesn't it? But it's digital, this one.
Giving me Kawaii vibes, actually. Pre-Kawaii.
It's kind of got the Lin DMX sort of vibes, according to the reverb list.
Is that a floppy sticking out of it at the bottom?
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
I'll show you the reverb listing. Here we go. That the big knob looks like it's got some sort of distressed plastic on it, doesn't it? Like it's 3D
Oh, it's wood
printed.
grain.
From
Yeah.
Maikshifter. No.
Could be, yeah. That's making me look like crackers right now. Yeah, they look like they're 3D printed, those knobs.
You reckon?
They do. Oh, that's a cartridge cassette thing.
Oh,
Wow.
Is that a cartridge or like a Trevan tape thing, like a tape backup?
No, they have a memory chip on them, don't they? So it's got to be like a game cartridge.
Yeah, it'd be like
thing.
a cartridge, yeah. Like a game
Oh, well, you got
cartridge.
individual outs on this. That's pretty cool. And full MIDI. That's starting to trigger me that connection. That's like a SCART connection.
Trigger.
Yeah.
It's kind of a mini SCART, isn't
Nice.
it?
Yeah.
Nice. And synchro.
Sakata Shokai in Japan.
I'm liking this actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm digging it
Yeah.
too.
So Ian,
I
you
want to
can
play
get
one
this
of these.
for 700.
Let's hear it.
Did the
yeah.
price just go up?
I like
Or
it's
was
a
that me?
musical instrument on the bottom. It's just in case you didn't know. It's a musical instrument, so.
That price, the price just went up, didn't it? No, anyway. That's in Philadelphia. You'll have to pay an enormous amount to post that.
Yeah, it's not going to happen, is it?
Yeah. It's making me crackers. Yeah. Do you guys get
I don't wanna play
Sakata
with
crackers
it
in your part
first.
of the world?
No.
Never seen them.
Could be
No.
just an Australian thing.
Sakata.
Yeah, I'm going to show you.
Here we go. Show us a packet.
Like saltine crackers, or what are they?
Rice crackers.
There you
Oh,
go.
rice
We
crackers.
get rice
Like
crackers.
karate
We don't
stuff,
call them.
yeah.
Oh yeah, we do, but they've got a different name here.
Mm.
Yeah, here they call it
Woolworths.
marade.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
different,
I like rice crackers. They're
all
great.
different flavors. My favorite's the
Yeah. I like-
the barbecue one. Where's the barbecue?
Me too. Actually, I love the barbecue.
Made with
one.
real
And the
seaweed. I
Ranzee-
like that.
That one there, the barbecue.
None of that fake seaweed.
Looks like the
Yeah,
barbecue
no,
one.
yeah,
There's,
none
a,
of that.
there's a spicy one as well.
None of that plastic shit in the ocean, Andy.
It's probably got
That's
the
great.
microplastic in it for free.
I love.
Yeah.
I love stupid marketing. This is
You
great.
know, it makes my day too. Dear. Oh, geez, that's a lot to get through. Who wants to buy something from the used market today? We had the Oberheim TVS 1 4-voice.
No.
We had that weird looking thing that Wagoo reckons I've shown before. The Elgam Carousel, the weird drum machine keyboard thing. Then we had the Roland MC909, which was really cheap, $695. That's actually a really good price, actually.
Yeah, that's cheap.
Yep.
No.
And the Succotar Crackers, the DPM 48 digital drum machine.
I want the cracker drum machine, but
Yeah.
not at that price.
What we need now is
Half- half-
Wallace from Wallace and Gromit going crackers. That's what we need.
So like the
Crackers.
Teenage Engineering Medieval would smell like chocolate. They should have a Sakata
Oh,
thing
yeah.
that smell like the crackers. So they.
Yeah.
At least they won't get sticky knobs.
It's Wensleydale, Gromit. It's Wensleydale. Only I can do the
Wensleydale.
Yorkshire accent. You know that, don't you?
Wensleydale.
Wensleydale.
Yeah.
It's the wrong trousers.
Oh,
Oh, they're brilliant. I love Wallace and Gromit.
the last one I saw
Of course, they were
was so good. The last one I saw.
made down the road from me. No.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, go
Art
right.
Armand.
Yeah.
Armand, whatever it's called. Yeah.
Ardman, yeah.
The last one I saw was really good. It was I don't know, they had the imposter penguin.
Yes.
Oh, the penguin, because
Oh,
the
right.
penguin came back, wasn't it?
It came back, yeah.
Yeah.
It was such a good episode.
It was
It was
great.
really
That was
good.
last
Nick
Christmas,
Park.
wasn't
Nick
it?
Park's a
Absolutely
great
fantastic.
animator.
Yeah.
Nick Park's just brilliant. Yeah.
Dead Man Walking, I haven't
partner-
mentioned it. I haven't mentioned that DPM 48. Okay, sorry, you're talking about something else. It came out in 83. Sorry, I thought you were mentioning the. There is actually a bit of news, but I can't really sort of show you anything about it. You guys know the guys that are working on the Motorola emulating platform, and it's a whole bunch of synthesizers that use the Motorola, right? So there's Access Virus, there's the Claudia Nord stuff's on there. I think there's even an Emu thing on there. I can't remember anyway. There's a whole bunch, but there is actually a Roland synth on that platform, which is the JP8000, if I remember rightly. Is it the JP8000? Yeah. Anyway,
The 80 is the rack version, isn't it?
let me just double check what it is. 'cause I'm
Rack
just-
version with a vocoder.
The rack version, yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. Come on, load, you bastard. It is the the Roland JP8000. I was correct. By the DSP 56300. That's the Waldorf
the
Access
Supersaw came
Virus
from.
Clavier Nord. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys might remember I actually showed the Access Virus on it, which I've still got. It still works. So yeah. So that's coming to that platform. So technically, if you guys have got a JP8000, you're entitled to get this. That's how they work with their honest
Guilt
system.
free, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With morals
Cool. I'll have to
intact.
check it out.
What are they called again? What's the name of their thing? Where is it? No. I'm just trying to find it in my VST list, guys. Sorry.
So because it's emulated, it's free. Is that the deal?
Well, it's free, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I've got an
can't
Access
charge
Virus
for-
here, right?
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah. But now I've got an
Theoretically,
Access
yeah.
Virus on my computer as well.
Yes.
Oh, I can't find the bloody thing.
You
But
just talking
Disco
about the name
DSP
of the
Discovery was a
company,
really
or-
good Nord clone years ago. That's a really good one.
There it is. Found it. Okay. OSTIRUS is what it's called. There we go. That.
That's
It's supposed to be like Osiris. Yeah.
It's like a full-on virus. You can just go through all the factory ROM banks. I've got Snow, TI, TI2. I've got all the ROMs in here, and I can just pick
Cool.
anything. And then now that's picked.
Yeah, because you got a Snow interface there, basically.
Got a Snow interface there, but then you've got the full editing. It's pretty cool. And I haven't updated this too. There's a few updates since. Let's get a few different.
Yeah, I love the Virus TI. It does so much stuff.
The cool thing about it is it hardly uses any CPU. Like that's only using 12% CPU, and it's a friggin' Access virus. It's a Motorola, you know.
Well, the CPU on your computer is so much more than the Tiger Shark ESPs they had on there and stuff. So
absolutely.
or Shark, I think there's a Shark.
But the cool thing about it is it sounds just like an Access virus. It's absolutely indistinguishable, other than if you had a physical one and you got this, bit of audio treatment coming out the back end of where the plugs are on it. You're only missing out on that, and you could probably replicate that with some EQing, on your system. So yeah, there you go.
Do they include the atomizer stuff too, where you can do all the chopping of audio and all that?
Don't know. There is. So I haven't updated the thing. The matrix is in here. It's got the ARP, the FX. Yeah, it's got the pattern editor. Is that what you're looking at? That thing?
No, there's a thing called atomizer where you'd use the inputs, and you would use it to chop up audio like it's like a pattern audio trick. It was one of the TI upgrades they had a couple years after it came out.
Well, this is the latest firmware. This has actually got the latest TI2 firmware in it that I downloaded from.
You may not
Access.
have it since you're just doing output only. So.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is that firmware would only be, I don't know when I showed this, less than 12 months old from Access Virus themselves, because I've got access to it because I'm allowed to.
Yeah, they kept adding different things. I'm not fully upgraded on mine, but they've got a couple cool plugins.
All right, now let me unplug this eurorack thing. And we'll put the MPC up. Move the Roland out the way. John, this is so heavy, this thing.
I know. Mine's the same. Yeah. Need 3 hands dirty to lift it up.
Seriously, it's such a good thing for the dollar. The value.
Goes the wimps.
It does. It goes all the way to 11, Chris.
True.
Right.
There's a lot of
MPC Live
samples you
1,
can
you
fit in
guys,
that thing.
you guys are going to see how bad my MPC is. It suffered my MPC.
And you haven't even gigged with it. Have you gigged with it?
Yeah. I've gigged with it.
Okay, I'll shut up.
But the gigging with it hasn't the gigging with it hasn't caused anything.
Oh yes. Is it children or?
See how you can see
Dogs?
see the rubberized paint on it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm starting
sticky.
to. Yeah, but you can get overlays for these things. It's no big deal. Oh, that's gonna annoy us, isn't it?
The reflection.
Yeah. Shall I do that?
The reflection, yeah.
You guys, if I
That sounds
tilt
good.
it, I don't know if I can
That's
tilt
better.
that much
It
though.
was better before.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, just get a
Got to
big
be a
something.
block of
Eurorack
wood or
box.
something.
You've got Eurorack. You should have plenty of
yeah.
boxes you can use.
Yeah.
Mm,
That's what
Yeah,
they're
that's not
for,
good.
isn't it?
That's better.
Yeah, we could probably.
no, it's not going to sit underneath. It's going to slide. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute.
You need that slippy mat stuff.
No, I need to
I've
go to
got it
IKEA
everywhere.
and get one of these things from IKEA.
Oh yeah.
See if this will let me do it now.
If you go and get one, you'll leave with a vase and Swedish
Do
meatballs.
IKEA still do those things?
I don't know. I've had these for years.
Yeah, I could do to get some of them.
Okay. I got to be careful because this thing literally just slides off the back within a millimeter of the width of this little table thing that it's on. I can't go any further back, can I? There you go. That'll do. Good enough for Australia. Right, you guys can hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Let's turn the access virus off for a start.
It's a bit soft, but
Oh, I can make it louder. All good for that. Okay, so she works. Not bad for 2017. Other than the rubberized paint. Okay, so what do we need to find in here? We need to find the clip launcher thing. So I just literally did this before the show started, so we're going to have to find it. Quick eyes, maybe it's on the right hand side here. MIDI control, no. What's the bet that it will be based?
If it's new instruments, isn't it just under your instrument selection?
We can just change the track, can't we? All right. Let's do the first air thing that's in here, which is the what was it called again? Fabric Select. That's it there.
No.
So this is the new Air Fabric Select. Let's see how long this
Sampling,
takes to
right?
load.
Is it sampler stuff?
Yeah, it's like a sample based thing. So
yeah, multi-samples.
you guys are gonna hear me smashing
I
pads.
wonder how close it is to that set. That they had a kit that they sold several years ago that I got. It had like a piano, and FM synth, and a bunch of other stuff. I wonder how close it is to that.
Don't know. But what we should do is plug the Arturia key step into it at the back, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
Okay, key steps in. Sorry about my head being in the way. Sounds alright. Don't know what that does. So Q-Link's here. Synth, acoustic. Oh, okay.
Is it blending those two?
Yeah. Alright, let's have a look in here first. So you got Studio Grand, Ciomo. What's that? So you've got 1 and 2, right? So what are we doing with 1 and 2 here?
It's kind of blend, a layer or something.
This I recognise this plugin. This is also available for Contact on the PC. It's just recently been released. Yeah, it's a combination of a piano and a pad. That's the one.
Alright, so there's a plugin. Okay. I got to go to my notes to find out what else this thing had. Sorry, because I forgot. Oh, come back. Okay, where's my notes gone? There. Okay, so it had... That was the Air Fabric Select. We've also got the visual EQ and those sort of things, right? So I guess, right?
Is there an Air wavetable too? Something?
So that would be... We would have to create some sort of I/O on that particular track, right? So we've got... Here we go. We want to do an insert or an FX send maybe, or an I/O. We'll just do FX, right? So we'll add some FX on the plugin there, and then we're going to go to Air, and this particular one we're going to go to we'll do the visual EQ, right? So that should be down the bottom under V for visual, if everything is correct. There it is there, visual EQ. All right, so now we've got visual EQ. We double click on that, and this is the visual EQ plugin.
Nice.
Yeah, here we go. Oh, these Q links are beautiful to play with too.
That works.
That's adjusting this down here.
Changing band type. Okay. To band.
That's so loud too.
It's Ranzee playing Hearts of Space.
Alright, so that's that. That's the Air Visual EQ. Now you've got a whole bunch of presets for this. So we should probably take piano. Piano 1. So it's taking the top end off and a bit of the bottom end. So there you go, that's the Visual Air EQ. What else we got? So we changed this. Let's change this effect now. We're going to change it to... we're going to do the Air Reverb Pro. This is the one I was actually interested in the most, to see actually how pro this reverb is. And I'm going to take... How do I take this one off?
Yeah, if it's as good as RAM, it'd be something.
Take this one off. Okay. So here we go. So this is the... So this is where you've got your early reflections here. And this is your tail manipulation here. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. And this is Q-Link controlled this whole box here, right? Because that's why it's got the Q around it. So this is now my delay. Extra large room size. Wonder how the little quad-core processors going on this thing. You have no idea with these because there's no CPU meter or anything.
CPU meter, yeah.
It'll just literally just crash. That's what will happen.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Oh, because all of this stuff here is all going to be benefiting the new CPU. So this is kind of, they warn us. They're like, use it with care.
It's weird they don't give you a CPU meter though. It's handy to have,
isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, there's a whole bunch of presets again with this. Does it have like a really big? What's an instrument mod? What's that? Oh, wow. Rich space. Let's try that one. Okay, so it's playing around, like if you go back to the main, it plays around with all these things like pre-delay, the mix, the balance. Actually, this is actually a pretty cool reverb. I have to say, this is just for what mucking around on an MPC to have a reverb in here like this. It's actually really nice. And then you've got some EQing at the back too if you want to. Like that, that's good. I don't want to dwell too much on these guys. Air utility, we don't really need to go into air utility. I'll show you it. Air utility is, let's just delete that. Go into here, delete that. Okay, air utility is right down the bottom under U for utility. That's, you know how I was telling you how responsive the touchscreen is? I was just scrolling like that. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's responsive and it's old. Double click, you're in it. Cool. So this gives you the ability to process some audio tools, like, for example, phase invert the bass to blend with the kick, for example. So you can do things like phase invert, right? You can do a stereo widener. That's this. That's swapping your stereo. Where's the stereo widener? There, the width. So you can go over 100 to make it go wider. Oh yeah, that's really working. Now if I bring that back down to 100, bring it back down to 100. It's more sort of in the middle. Bass mono.
Yeah, frequency.
Not really much bass in this. Anyway, so that's the air utility. Did I miss any? I think we got them all. Yep. So there's all the plugins that you get, which is pretty cool, I would say. And I think obviously the best plugin, without a doubt, let's just delete that one, is
Clip launcher.
No, is this Fabric Select. This is amazing. This is actually really cool. Come on. Come back to me. There we go. And let's go into another preset because I got sick of that one. Let's do, well, that's keys. We've got strings. Holy crap.
Yeah, go for the strings.
Wow. Go for strings?
Yeah, go for a string.
Legato, synth strings, fast section, formatted pad, strings, synth strings bright. Let's go synth strings warm. Okay. Now we add that second. Pretty responsive, very responsive. You've got so many stuff on here. You've got 3 screens on main, percussion, settings, right, all across the bottom here. Then you've got layers, all these different layers, right? So you've got a sample layer. You've got all these features with the sample. You've got the amp section, so you can manipulate the amp. You guys are used to seeing all this stuff on VSTs, right? There's your filters, all the different types of filters you can choose from. Then you've got pitch. So you've got a pitch envelope control there. LFO. So you can change the type of LFO you want. You can probably even draw an LFO. Yep. That's actually really cool. Just touch the screen and draw your LFO in. Wow.
Well, select it, yeah.
Yeah, it's predicting what I'm doing. In a way, that's kind of like a, but yeah, so there's that. And then you've got layer 2, so that's the 2 different sound engines, right? Then you've got chorus, tremolo, and phaser. in there, and then you've got this flavor and EQ section here. Distortion. Oh yeah, some vinyl distortion. Aftertouch is working as well, guys. Monofire, noiser, that's really cool. Let's put the distortion down. Let's put some flutter on this. Oh yeah, now we've got some 80s synths going on.
I had cassette tape since,
Yeah.
Sounds like my Walkman from back in the day.
Next hauntology track. Runs.
Yeah. All right, guys are wanting to see the clip launching thing. I don't know how to get it up. That's what the actress said to the bishop. I know. Where are we? It won't be a... Yeah, sorry, Ian. Do I need to change the track? Do I delete? Let's just go new track. If we go... I guess it's an audio track or a drum track. Try audio. All right. Let me see if I can bring a bit of content into here from the SSD, from that, and then load that in. Now we've got to make this active. We've got to turn that one off. Good.
The string sounds pretty good. It sounds like the Memory Moog strings they used on Miami Vice a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, now we've got to get the sample happening in here. All right, we should probably slice this, right? So if I just want that in here as an audio, right? I can add that in. Do it. And then we can... Okay. There's a few new things about this screens too. Like, so I don't know if you guys have got the older versions of the MPC. This is MPC version 3. These screens are all new, so they you weren't able to do all this sort of stuff before, so it's kind of cool. Anyway, now that we've got that in there, where's our little clip launcher? So I feel like we have to go to a Ranger view, right?
Yeah, or some kind of view.
Where did I see a Ranger before? Was it over here? No.
Looper, no.
Arrange. So there's the arranger. That's not the clip launcher though, right?
What does grid do? The top left.
That's where we were before.
Oh, it's just
the
where
list
you
is
were.
like MIDI
So-
stuff.
Okay, boring.
That's the thing. Once you get an MPC, you got to learn all the new. So that's the new mixer. This is there's an Ableton Link thing in here somewhere.
Can you bring up the modular tools? There was something like new modular CV tools.
Yeah, only thing is I can't do it on here because there's no CV on the back of this. This one's CV-less, but I can.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Just to see what the interface looks like.
I wonder if it actually will let me do it on here.
Yeah, I wonder if it's gone. Nope, no soup for you.
Oh, so that's a live one, you're saying?
Yes, it's the live one, yeah. Let me see if I can find it. Hang on a sec.
I would imagine
okay.
we present it just to be grayed out or something.
So what you probably have to do, right, is new track and do a CV track. Okay, it'll be in here. So now I've created a CV track. The thing is, just because I don't have CV doesn't mean I can't do a CV track on this, right? Because I can completely develop a whole CV track on this and then save it and export it and put it onto a different MPC and it would work. All right, so it's under. So that's your CV ports. Where's the new stuff? No, that's not it. I haven't done CV stuff on this for ages. Sorry, guys. I'm going to be really...
After you've done this, I can tell you I've looked up how to get the clip launcher up.
Yeah, tell me.
If it's there. It's in your preferences project defaults. So it's like a preference for how you start a new project.
Preferences?
Use clip workflow.
Project defaults. And then where?
It says turn on use clip workflow.
Oh yeah, there's a tick box.
It says you may need to restart your MPC for this to take effect.
Yeah, let's restart it.
Yeah, I've never tried CV on my Force. I know it's there, I just never tried it.
I was going to say don't save and it will restart my MPC. She's restarting.
I have to say, I'm quite liking this MPC business.
Yeah,
This thing
quite
can be
enticing,
the
isn't it?
central brain. It's got so much in it.
Yeah.
You can spend ages deeping into this, but to be honest, the cool thing about it is just how quick you can just put tracks together. All right, so
Has a battery too, right? So it's park bench compatible.
this has a battery. It's on battery now.
It's a new one.
It's literally on battery right now. All right, where's my clip launcher, Chris? Can you see it?
It doesn't say what to do next.
Hang on, clip matrix. There it is.
Oh, yeah.
Yay!
Oh, God.
There
Thank
she's
you,
now.
Google AI.
That looks like an Akai Force.
It's a Force. Yeah, yeah.
Yep, that looks like a Force.
Wow.
But I mean, so I'm quite okay with this. So, but basically, if we want to add a track here, I know how to do this now. We should be able to edit this now.
Put into record enable.
There we go. Stop main, and then we want to browse our samples. Oh, we don't. We need to. Not from memory. Okay, so you go to. If you know some of your your shortcuts, you can get into things really quick.
Yeah, this is the long way. It's all right. That's all right.
So you go back to there. I wish there was a quick way to get to that little clip launcher thing, but there might be. All right.
Probably a combo key thing, right?
But anyway, let's go back into here. Let's add that sample.
It's not the top left.
There it is there. Add it. Right, it's in there now. And then there it is there. So now I can put another clip underneath there. So we go into here. Was there a quicker way to do that though? That's what I thought there was with this thing. I thought there was a quicker way.
You push and hold. Does it have a pop-up?
There's a push and hold for you. Delete, edit clip can go edit. Ah, there we go. And then we can just add it straight in from there. You can just keep finding friggin' clips. What's that one?
You should add Tell Him He's Dreaming to one of the clips.
Yeah.
And remix it.
Let's do Led Zeppelin drums. Right.
Oh, yeah. Bloody hell.
Load that.
So there was a Leasys SR16 in there as well.
Menu, yeah. There you go. That's so instantaneous. And it's starting the clips based on your track preferences, so you can have it so that it starts on the beat, on the bar, if you want to. The other thing that
You could probably hold a modifier too to change that live. Is that
probably, but it's not as deep as Ableton, mate. So you don't expect it to do a whole bunch of stuff. But
no? But the Force can do that.
yeah, the Force can do that. This will launch the whole row. These things down here.
Is that the follow action? Yeah, okay.
Yep. Now there is follow actions. I think. No, that's settings. How do I get the follow actions on this? Settings, maybe?
Settings. Yeah. That does it down? Click the trigger down. Is that not? Does that
No,
not
that's the
give you-
launch. That's how you launch it.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you
Oh,
can
right.
toggle it or launch it. There's got to be follow actions somewhere. I do like this move thing. I haven't seen this before. So you can move stuff around. Oh no, you're moving the grid around. Okay, cool.
It's just
Pads
navigating.
and notes. Notes, clip launch. Okay, cool. So you got a pad mode. Row launch. So you got different views.
You see, the trouble is, if I bought the new MPC Live 3, I'd have to sell something.
There's apparently
That's a
there's a matrix edit as well, which is probably what we were just doing. And the clip edit, row launch we did. Oh, and the other thing that it does is there's tempo. You can actually do different tempos on your rows as well. So I don't know.
Can I edit?
I don't know if it's going to let me do it. Maybe it's up here. Anyway, I'll have to work it out. I don't know. I have to learn how to do it. There isn't actually any videos on this yet. So, on Akai's
It looks
website.
pretty intuitive, though, I have to say.
Unless it's in this menu here. Navigate clip editor. Select a clip. That one. I don't really know how to select a clip. Navigate. Well, that just navigates to your different. Oh, okay. That's like the Force.
pads.
That's just like the Force. All right. Cool. Okay. Cool. What else are we missing? Oh, the time stretch algorithm. Okay, so we've got some samples in here. We should be able to do it, right? Okay, go into the sample edit. And is it the sample edit we want? Look, there's stems up here, guys. It says stems is there. So I can extract stems on this. I won't do it because I've done it before. It takes forever. But where's the time? Where's the stretching? I don't think it's on this. I think it's on the. What track am I on? On that. Okay, cool. It might be on the sampler. No, it's not on the sampler. Where is it? Damn you. Let's go into here. Let's create a new track. Let's create a drum track. Well, don't we already have a drum track? I think we do. I think the first track is a drum track. Yeah. All right, here we go. So we should be able to now go into where's it gone? Track edit. Okay. There it is, found it. All right, so see under algorithm, this is just, for this, it's got default super. If I click on that and show you the drop down, you've got Pro 10, repitch, and super. Now the new one is called super. It says it on the thing here. It's called the super warp algorithm. So they're just calling it super in here. I think Pro 10 and I don't know what they are. So I guess what we'd need though is we'd probably need some sort of, yeah, this one's probably better, right? Let's do this one. So what we want to do is we want to stretch it. Is it not stretching it? Is it not stretching it? Got to remember why it's not stretching it. Because we need to turn warp on. Where are we? There. There we go. Let's get the BPM of this up. It's really stretching it now. You can hear it. So if we go to 100%, and then we go down to 50, getting a little click there, and then we'll go up to right up to 200%. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's doing a pretty good job. It's never been, by the way, MPCs were never able to do this before. Like, proper warping. So if we wanted to, let's go up here. We wanted to, on pad B down here, right? I want to assign those drums that we had, the Led Zeppelin drums, right? So if I go to, where's my pad? It's not sample edit, is it? No, it's not that. Okay. What happened? I've lost a menu item here. There used to be, seriously, there used to be a, there, no, that's not it. There used to be a pad edit button. Where's it gone? You bastards. I hate how when you do a firmware update, right, and they make massive changes, and now I can't find something. There literally used to be a pad edit button in here, and you could go, like, on that pad, I want to assign a sample, right? So maybe that's how I do it. There we go, right. Now we've got it. That's really cool, Ian. I could just double click and I'm straight into the editing of it now, right? Now we click on warp, right? Yeah, it's starting to grunge up now.
Yeah, I'm liking that.
Let's stretch it now.
How much better is this than the normal stretch? Is it a whole lot better or just a
It's a massive, mate. This is a game changer. This seriously is. And I'm actually really surprised how well that CPU is doing that. It's fine. I'm actually really happy with that. That's the first time I've ever touched that super warp algorithm. I'm sure once I play with this a bit more, I'll get to know it a bit better and we can muck around with it a bit more. Holy shit, that little Pro Pack has got so much crap on it, hasn't it? It's amazing.
How did they get away with a copyright thing for the drums? Because they are very, very, they're very, very Led Zepp drums.
Yeah, well, I'll live with it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that's probably about it, other than some, minor sort of stuff around the operating system. I'm still having trouble working my way around the new MPC 3.6 firmware. There's things, they've moved things. Anyway.
I have to say, I'm really impressed.
Oh, it's incredible. It just keeps getting better and better.
I'm sat here thinking, what can I get rid of to buy it? Because I really can't afford it. So I'd have to sell stuff to buy it.
But just the intuitiveness of it, Ian, it's Lindrum. Like it's Lindrum sequencing mode. So you would pull together your step sequence in the same way as a Lindrum would work.
Yeah. And of course,
you can now title this episode When the Ranzee Breaks. So.
Yeah.
We need to probably delete those clips, which I can do. Clip matrix.
Yeah, £1,400 though. It's a lot for me at the moment.
All right. Okay, now we've got. I mean, to do just like this is real basic MPC stuff in, but this to do like a real basic 4-bar beat, right? So you would go into record mode.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you can click play start and you got the metronome, right? That's my beat. I'm doing 120. I don't want 120. So let's click on that. I want that to be 136. Done. Right. And now I got record. Now she's going a bit quicker, right?
Yep.
So you can see the clock here. I've only got 4 bars. So let's just go. Right, so now, is this armed? Is this armed? Armed. I thought it was armed. It's on multi-record.
Is it record and play? Right.
Turn overdub off. Now you're just playing it. And then if you go, oh, I don't like any of that, you can undo. There's undo, right? Which is a massive, huge undo button. By the way, this is the oldest MPC Live. So the newer ones have got heaps more buttons and there's heaps more that you don't have to menu dive and find buttons for. It's just literally hit the button, does stuff. But if you go into, not that one, into the arrange, no, not that one, where is it? Where the hell's the arrangement thing gone? There, it's right in front of me. And I click, double click on that. Now I can edit all of those launched pads. These are all pads, right? Across here you can see them as I'm launching them. And you can pinch zoom, right? If it's too hard to read, you can pinch zoom. And you can pinch zoom that way as well, or that way. Okay? Just like an iPad. And then I can go in with the pencil and say, right, I want to get rid of all that kick. I want to get rid of the kicks. So deleting them all. Eraser, sorry. Where is it? Yeah, that one. So delete the kicks. Done. Now I want to put them back in, but I want to put them back in exactly where I want them, right? I want them there. No, not there. Oops, I made a mistake. Pencil. That's old-fashioned way of editing, right? So you've got that as well, because if you get frustrated with yourself, you've got that. So now you can... Right, So you can edit to your heart's content manually that way, or you can go back to that way, and but you don't have to be off that screen, by the way. You could stay in that arrangement screen and do it overdub here.
Yeah.
So it's just, you can watch an adding, and you got this thing.
Oh, let's get some trap beats there.
Yeah.
It's just so easy to make. I mean, from a drum machine point of view, it's so easy to make beats. It's crazy. And then it's not that making that's just one sound. There's the amount of sound libraries that you can bring into it. It's insane. It's got 808s, 909s, everything's in here. But I've put a whole bunch of samples of my own in here. I've got like Fairlight sounds in here. You just add your own. You know, you can go into your own like hard drive. I've got an SSD in here, sample library in there. I can go Fairlight CMI, and then I can browse all the different brass, drums, effects. There you go. Got cowbells, hi-hats, claps. You can actually play them. This is this Fairlight sounds. So you can browse Fairlight, and where were those effects? Some funny, weird things in here, like Bizarre. That should be her. Bizarre. There you go. Yeah. So you can bring all your own samples in here, and you can do it via SD card as well, or you can do it via USB to connect to your computer. And like I said, this has got 3 different storage locations. It's got the internal drive. On the MPC Live, I think it's 128 gig. It's an M.2 drive. Then you've got your SSD, which you can screw in down the back. You can buy as big a SSD as you want. Mine's 1 terabyte. And then you've got the SD card. My SD card's only, I think, 64 gig, but you can put like 128 gig, you can get big ones in there. They will all work. And if you want to eject it too, like say I want to take the SD card out, I just hit the little eject button there, right? It'll let me eject it. There you go. Do I want to eject? Yes. Okay. I can't eject it because it's using samples on that particular project. But
yeah.
It will tell you it's pretty smart actually, but you know, let's just close it. Don't save. Shut it down. You can plug a keyboard into this, right? By the way, that's not on the screen. That's something up there.
No, it's just reflection, isn't it?
Yeah. You can plug a keyboard into this and actually type with a keyboard as well. It actually works with USB keyboards. Yeah, so 64 gig on that little SD card there. It's only a little one, right? So you can put any size you want. But I love how you don't even need, I can't see that myself, but you can see it on camera. But I can't actually see where that slot is. But I know it's about there somewhere. So I'll just get my SD card and I'll just kind of wiggle it. Oh yeah, there it is. And then you can click in. Yeah. It's like a computer though. It will take a little while to boot. You guys can watch it boot up. Don't forget this is the version 1 hardware. So this is Gen 1. 2017 I bought this. So it takes a little while to boot.
You have to be careful too, because there's a controller that came out at the same time. That's just a controller. It's not the actual.
Yeah, the touch. It's cool.
PC Live. Yeah.
I got to clean my pads. They're dusty. Because I'm on battery, it's saying, "Hey, you've accidentally turned me on." Right? I've got to go like that to tell it that I actually meant to turn you on. If I don't, it'll eventually turn itself off. So it's pretty smart. With the MPC 3 firmware, you go new project, it automatically loads a sample, that one that we had before. It doesn't have to. You can actually tell it not to do that. It can just be empty. But I think it's kind of like if you're just using this, you know, just to do something around the place, it's pretty handy just that it automatically by default loads. But like I said, you can just delete it and get rid of it and change it to whatever you want. You can go into the library. There's massive amount of drums in here, like drums. These are all the kits. There's acoustic kits. There's chilled house, drum and bass, dubstep, EDM. Right, that's just on on Akai's stuff, right? And it keeps going for hours and hours and hours,
Yeah.
right? Then you've got Spliced. You can get Spliced membership, and you can get packs from them if you've got Spliced membership. And then you've got your own stuff, right? So I've got, for example, if I go into
I'm less likely to use Splice, but I'm certainly interested in putting my own stuff into it.
Yeah. So if I go into here, sample library, I actually do have an original, where if I can find it, Akai MPC. There's my sound library from my old MPC 1000 that I used to own, right? So I've actually got now MPC 1000 libraries in here, and I can say let's do a Roland CR78 kit, and if I go scroll down, there's the program there, PGM. If I click load, that's now loaded. That's how quick it is. Oh, I don't want the CR78.
Also, the MPC sound page has a lot of free downloads too. You can go in there and get sound sets.
It's got Lin drum.
Yeah.
Let's go into Lin. Where's the program for that? There. I want Lin now. So now I've got Lin. Lin drums. Only across the first 8. So don't forget too, you've got there. Then you've got pages of pads, right? And then you've got shift pages of pads. So you've got far out, man. It's crazy. I don't think I've ever used that many pads, by the way. And don't forget,
when you're on a different page of pads, does it
Yeah.
still highlight one of the pads that it's being played, even though it's deep?
Nah, it won't. So the only thing I never liked with the MPC is the screen and the pads are kind of the same thing. I think they're slowly starting to disconnect the two. So for example, so let's say I want to load into this pad group here. I'm hoping this will work. Say I want to load the Housse kit. I'm hoping this will work. I can't remember if this works or not. No, I think it's loaded it in there. Yeah, it has. I'll have to do it all manually. So, for example, if I want to load that, let's go back. Actually, let's go back to here. Let's go back to. We liked the Lin drum, didn't we, guys? Because we can't. Oh, there's a Mark II there. We'll do the Mark II. So we'll load that. That's back in, right? Now, if I want to load stuff into the second row of pads, I'm pretty sure I have to. Let's do dance kit. So if I want to kick there, where's kick? You guys see kick? It's really hard for me to read the screen. What's that?
One below that. No,
No, it's
stick,
a rim.
not kick.
Oh, there's kick there. All right. So if I highlight that pad, see how it's not highlighted? Highlight it, load it. Now it's on that pad. Now we want to have a. Yeah, we'll do that. Load up to that. Right. So Andy, I'm on a second page. Right. Let's do a little record. Right. I go to this page. They're not being lit up, see?
Yeah, it won't show
If
you.
I go to that page.
It's mainly important when you have long loops playing, you want to turn them off.
So you can see them light
You
up
have to
here.
find the damn loops. Yeah.
But if I go to here, they're not. Also, you can change the colors of your pads too. A lot of people forget this. You can actually change the colors of all your banks of pads and everything. So, it's deep, Ian. You can go, right, I want to have all kicks green, all hi-hats and closed hats, I want them blue, and I want snares red, and I want crash cymbals orange, and something pink, and you can do that. If you could be buggered, if you really could be buggered,
yes.
you can do that shit, mate. It's in here somewhere. I forget where it is.
Well, I'm going to be travelling a lot more next year, starting in January, and I will be taking stuff with me.
Well, there's the battery there. So I'm on 84%. And by the way,
Yeah,
this
the
is
new one's 3 hours.
this
3
is
hours.
old. This is old. The battery on
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is like 2017. So I wouldn't expect it. Oh, by the way, we do actually get a little bit of
CPU
CPU usage now. And I
CPU.
don't know if I've ever seen that before.
Is it all on the main screen? Is that why?
It's on the main screen. Look at that.
Memory 11% and CPU 11%.
There
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
go.
because the Force has it there too. So
That's cool.
Haven't seen that before. So that must be on the new 3.5 or 3.6 firmware. That's really, really cool. Anyway, I think I'm done with the MPC. But yeah, you guys get the
You've
idea.
covered it very
No, thanks.
comprehensively.
Thanks for that. I really appreciate
Yeah.
that because, well, as it set me dilemma now, hasn't it? Really, let's face it.
and Ian, go back and
Something
watch
to
the
think
Nikki
about, Ian.
teaches Kent MPC if you want to.
Yes, I remember. I will do. Yeah. Because actually, they were hilarious.
They were, yeah.
She was great. That was Inky. I remember it at the time.
I'm going to shut this MPC down because the power cord for it fell down the back of my desk.
Retractable
Challenges
cables.
running
Who
a stream.
invented them was an idiot. Yeah.
Oh, and also
Cables are subject to gravity. Pfft, dumb idea.
Yeah.
cables just do everything that you don't want them to do. They'll stick together, they'll tangle, they'll fall behind, they'll crack when they're not supposed to. Yeah. Anyway, what did we get up to? I think we're kind of done. I think we've got everything through the show. It's after midnight.
It's
I probably
12,
should
so
say. Yeah.
perfect time.
Yeah.
Maybe tea time here.
Next week there will be. I'm not going to tell you any details about what it is, but there will be a new thing here in my studio, and we've talked about this thing before recently. There's another hint. Oh shit! You know what? We can't end the show
Why not?
because
Oh, quiz.
Oh,
third quiz.
God.
Okay.
You almost
third
left them
quiz.
hanging.
Yeah. Okay, so we're goose on me.
It.
So the next show will have something that we've talked about recently, and it's going to be really, really cool, and you guys will be definitely happy that I'm showing it.
And I'm not here.
Well, you can watch it on the replay.
I will. I'll have to watch it on the replay.
All right. Third clue. Synth quiz is arp length.
Oh.
Arplaneth. Okay, got it.
Arp length. It's length.
Yeah.
I don't know. Can I fix this? Title editor.
Yeah, it's font size. It's got to be font size. It's getting cropped.
I'm
gotta
just
be the
saying.
font.
I'm just saying what I'm going to say every week. It's DW8000. We know that.
Yeah. I think
Because what 1 week I'm going to be right.
Exactly, yeah.
I don't even know what font it is. If I just change this to Adobe, to Arial, how about
things.
Arial?
I've seen that.
Okay, so it's now Arial.
Still getting cut off. Yeah.
It's
They
still
just have a
getting
little
cut off.
box. It's only giving you a little box to squeeze
Let's
it
make
in there.
I'll just make it
It's
smaller.
going to smaller. It's still.
So we'll go Arial 60. Yay! There we go.
There we go. There we
Hey,
go.
well
You
done.
can still see that.
All right, synth quiz guess. Korg Triton says Wagoo.
Motion.
ASM Hydrosynth says Bicky. Ooh. So what did I say? 60. Arial and 60. I'm going to have to change it for every single one of these now.
Yeah.
I'll do it while you guys are doing the synth quiz guesses. Arial 60. Done. Arial 60. Done. Oh, it doesn't look as good now, guys. It just doesn't look as good. Oh, I used to use a different font, that's why. But we won't worry about that. I know what font it was. Arial 60. Cool. Job done. We've only got two people guessing for the synth quiz. I kind of feel that's disappointing, guys.
I'm on the edge trying to figure out what it is, but
It's the motion synth thing that's got me exercised.
Yeah, Comic Sans, Bicky. I think if you make something Comic Sans, there's something wrong with you mentally.
Yeah, the world implodes when you use Comic Sans, so don't use Comic Sans.
Yeah. It breaks the internet.
More clues, dead man. Yeah, well, you can ask the synth quiz master if he wants to give more clues. I could give you a fourth clue. Where is he?
No, I can't.
I'm not going to put it up on the screen, but I'll give you a fourth clue. Assignable 4 is your fourth clue. I've never ever gone to 4 clues. There you go. Wags, you're out. You've already guessed. Bicky, you're out. You've already guessed.
4 as in FOUR, 4? Assignable 4.
Yeah. Or it could be the number.
Yeah.
As in written in the number.
Well, you didn't say ragtime, so it can't be that one in the others thing. So.
God, this is motion synth is so familiar.
Yeah,
It is.
that's exactly what I'm thinking. The same, Chris. I know what I've seen motion synth.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Has to be something small. It's a double duty resonance and HPF. So
You ready?
OP1.
Ready?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you.
yeah,
Go
just
on.
Just do it. Rip the band-aid off.
do it.
Yeah, just put us out of our misery.
Korg Micro.
It's gonna say called
God's
something.
sake.
And guess who your quiz master was? Same guy as last week, Steve. Is he in there?
Wow.
I've never seen a Korg Micro in person.
Yeah, so the Micro, I'll give you a photo of it.
So
So
motion synth is definitely a Korg term.
Got a Micro
that's for
X.
sure.
Yeah, Micro X is the one I'm actually thinking of.
Oh, is it? I've
I
got
mean,
one up there.
you can have a Micro or a Micro X. It would be
Bloody
equally.
using it this morning.
Oh, it is Micro X. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it'd be equally the same.
Yeah.
All right. Open image in new tab. There we go. Get rid of that. And sorry, I usually download these images, but instead I'm just going to show it this way.
Yeah.
That's the Korg
That's a
Micro.
Micro X. Yeah.
Mm.
It's a good little synth, actually. And you can pick
I
up
mean,
on
there's
really
good sounds
cheap.
on it.
You could have
Yeah.
chosen the Korg Micro or the Korg Micro S. Both would have been fine.
That's really
According to
annoying.
I just thought because they wanted to put full size keys, it made it silly that it's so short. You know, this key bed is so damn short.
Well, the idea was that you
Moved it.
you have it on desk, you know.
I think these came out late 90s, early 2000s, somewhere around there.
Came with a fantastic
Yeah.
orange box, plastic box, which I've got in the garage.
You did get the right manufacturer. We're good. You tell yourself that you're on it.
Yeah.
He's gonna, Wags. He's gonna be
you wanna-
grumpy all week.
I wanted, I was in Edinburgh. This is years and years ago. I was in Edinburgh. There's a Micro X in this little second-hand shop in Edinburgh when at the end of the festival, and I couldn't. It was £100, and I knew it was a bargain, but I just couldn't carry it back with me. I couldn't take it back. So I'm just seeing how much they're going for
A
now.
lot of love for Korg this week, hasn't there? Been a lot of love for Korg. Yeah.
£200. You can buy one for £200, and they're worth every penny of it.
I think Wags is right. I think that the correct name was Micro X, not Micro.
That's the only one I've ever seen is Micro X.
That's
yeah.
probably just a typo.
I-
Let me just go back to my messages.
I've never seen it as just a micro.
Oops. It's supposed to be Micro X. Sorry, I missed out the X. I've been busy.
So that wasn't the font getting cut off. That was just human error.
That was me.
Yeah.
But I mean, look, There isn't any other synth.
No.
So
Cheapest one,
it's even like
196 quid with a flight case, with this orange plastic flight case.
yeah.
So I'd go and buy one if I didn't own any other one.
Mm,
I did have to change the power supply. The power supply was crap, if I remember rightly.
They have that kind of weird red screen, right? A little bit hard to read.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's not that hard to read.
It's not. I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah.
It did sound good, but
It does sound really good. It's got some really good. I've never programmed it. I've only ever used the presets on it.
Yeah.
But there's a lot in there. And it's got the
Yeah, my friend
Triton
had one. We did
sounds, I think.
we did a track
It's
with it
full of
once.
Triton
It sounded really
sounds.
nice.
Yeah.
guys, did I only get 28 likes? I'm kind of a bit sad.
Well, I've got. Mine just says 2, but there again, I'd have to refresh the screen.
I'm a little sad by that.
Yeah, 35 watching now. Come on, everybody.
Well, there was something like 90 at one stage.
Yeah.
Well, you probably get a bunch on the rewatch.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Vicky, don't get upset, mate. I've just had font trouble. Just put it down to font trouble.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, the camouflage paint synth. Yeah,
Camouflage
what was
painted
that?
one,
That
yeah,
was
yeah.
the
I should have bought. Do you remember when they did the Korg Liverpool?
Was it the X50 or was it the?
Liverpool, yeah.
I should have bought a
Liverpool.
Liverpool because it was actually pretty good. And at the end it was selling them off really cheap, and I should have
It
bought
was just a
one.
knockoff of repackaging, right?
Yeah, it was the
What,
X50.
just like the Liverpool.
X50, yeah, because it's like
Yeah.
Marauder Nova, where they took the Mini Nova and added Marauder patches and changed the color.
Yeah.
So it's
But it had all of the Beatles samples in it. The Liverpool.
It was
Really?
that one.
That's
look at that.
I think that's the one Dead Man's talking about.
Yeah, that's not the Liverpool, but
I
that's.
think I ever
what
saw
is
that one.
That's the
I don't think I've ever seen that
XC50, I think it is.
with the handles. No, I don't remember that.
Yeah, it's the one that had the handles like that. That's weird.
X50-CF for camouflage. Oh, the Liverpool, I'm not even going to show it. We actually showed it on the show because that's when it got released. It actually was released within the last 6 years.
Yeah, it is, and it's actually better than people think.
Because there's also a module and gadget called Liverpool, I think, isn't there?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just seeing. Yes, it's rare. Still pricey, really, for what it is. 350 quid. I could have bought one for about, I think it's 100 quid. Yeah, that's it.
What's it there?
Could do without the Union Jack thing.
Oh, it's a nod to the Beatles and whatnot, isn't it?
Yeah,
So,
it was. Yeah.
You know, us Aussies can't really complain about Union Jacks. They're all over our flag as well. So, I can.
Well, here in the
Anyone
UK
that
at the moment,
complains
they're
about
all
it.
over the streets. There's this wave of Union Jacks being put up everywhere, and they're putting them up halfway up lampposts, and then somebody said, "Well, why are they only going up halfway? Because they can't get any higher.
Oh,
Can't climb
boom,
any
boom,
higher."
sh,
Yeah.
boom, boom, sh. Well, at least you guys didn't have a friggin' government utility rip everyone off in the land to a tune of $50 million and get away with it.
Yeah.
That's what's just happening
Really?
in my city. Yep.
They
Wow.
just noticed.
They've just noticed. And we would have known if they didn't tell us. So we would just go,
Yeah.
power's expensive, you know.
Yeah, but it was a weird
Yeah.
circumstance. I don't quite understand it. It's to do with charging customers who had already cancelled their connections.
Well,
They were still paying it, so it's a bit confusing.
let's face it. No matter where we are, our governments are rubbish.
Yeah, not looking great, are they? That and robo
None of
debt,
them.
got
None
to-
of them. Well, no matter
Well,
which
I'm
country.
cur-
Bad over here. You got the
We're currently the
postmasters.
biggest loser, but that's all I'll say. So
I think Andy. I think we're not that far behind you, mate. If I'm honest.
yeah.
Mm.
You know.
Plus, you don't have Confederate flags to deal with.
No, but we've got Union Jacks to deal with because it's been adopted by that. Well, the St. George's flag's been adopted by the alt-right. You know.
Oh, that's right.
And,
Yeah, that big.
yeah, and
big protest
did they not
outside.
realise that St. George was a Palestinian anyway? You know, and it's all about immigration
facts.
and all that stuff.
Facts, schmacks.
You know,
Who cares
facts.
about
Yeah,
facts,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not about what it meant before. It's about what it means to us now.
what it means now. Yeah. Oh dear.
Yes.
But hey ho.
Okay, I just had someone dodgy in Zoom, but no one was using it, so that's fine.
Uh-oh.
Cool. More. Yes.
Not more porn, I hope.
Yeah, it was. But the cool thing about it is now there's a thing that takes a screenshot and sends it to Zoom.
I could just see their compliance officers, the door bursting open, everyone walking out vomiting.
This guy is really bad. Like, if you can think of the most vile stuff that you've seen, this is what you're seeing, and it takes a screenshot of it and sends it to Zoom. And it says, it gives you a drop down. It says, why do you want to remove and report this guy? And the only option I've got is illegal and unsolicited material. That's the only thing I can.
To put it lightly, yes.
Yeah.
Well, Kent got at least one
because
on
it's
his pub
so
one time.
wrong.
So,
Did he get it on his
pretty
pub?
funny.
Did he?
Yeah.
He got a guy with his junk popping out. Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Great.
It's sad, isn't it?
Each to their own, I suppose.
It is.
All right, we'll end the
Dying
show,
for
guys.
attention.
Because that guy comes back, we'll end the show.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll see you all next week. Enjoy your week off, Ian. And
Yeah, you
we'll
too,
see you in
guys.
a fortnight. I'll tell you all about it. All right. All the best,
No worries.
everybody.
all right, everyone.
See you later. Bye.
Ian.
Good times.
See you guys. See you
Bye.
next week.
Thank you.
Somebody see you. Bye.